Hello and welcome to another episode of the Chrissie Mayr podcast. We are on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. And if you're listening to us on iTunes right now, leave us a 5-star review if you like what you hear. Quick shout out to our sponsor, Cushy Dreams. I don't know if you guys struggle with anxiety, but Cushy Dreams has very much helped me with my anxiety over the last year and a half, honestly. They specialize in high quality CBD in tins and pre-rolls. I personally love the pre-rolls. They come in this handy 5-pack, very portable, easy to throw in your purse, easy to stick in a back pocket. Very high quality stuff. They're constantly, smells like real weed, but it's not going to get you high. You can enjoy all the health benefits of CBD without getting high. They do tons of lab tests that you can see on their website here to ensure compliance and purity. You can see all the results at cushydreams.com. That's cushy with a K. You can try all the different indica sativa blends like Relax, Dream, Energy, Create, Hustle, Peace. Depending on if you want to be a little bit more up, a little bit more down. Legal in all 50 states, ships to wherever you are. Check out cushydreams.com. At the checkout, use promo code CMP to get 20% off. Also, guys, I have a hot sauce out right now. I don't know. I never could have guessed that I would have my own hot sauce, but here we are. From Levittsky's Top Shelf, we have Nightmare. Oh my goodness. Nightmare. It's the Chrissie Mayr hot sauce. I inspired this mayhem of flavor. Smooth and sweet with a burst of fire. Jalapenos, pear, sweet apple cider, and super hot habanero. I just got mine today. It's delicious. I can't wait to throw it on some eggs. I feel like it'd be good on tacos too. This is the Verde sauce that will awaken your soul. Look at this. Nightmare, the Great Awakening. Satanic undertones. This is fun. We're having fun, guys. Go to levinskystopshelf.com. That's LEVINSKYS topshelf.com. And at checkout, use promo code CMP to get a discount. The holidays are coming, guys. I'm probably gonna send everybody in my family this hot sauce. I just had an annoying phone call with my brother that I'll probably talk about. All right. Enough with that. I'm very excited for this third installment of the SimpCast, and I'm not going to keep these ladies from you any longer. I'm just going to throw them in one at a time. She is the co-host of the Chipperson podcast, one of my my all-time favorite OnlyFans gals, also a good buddy, Xia Anderson.
Hi.
Good to see
How's
you,
it?
Xia.
You too. Thank you for having me on the SimCast, which I fucking love this concept, by the way. This is amazing.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm enjoying it so far, and I love it. It's like it's fucking great to just talk with gals. I feel like you're in the podcast world too. It's mostly guys, so
Yeah, a lot of dudes.
we gotta have some. So we're gonna keep the gals coming. She is an OnlyFans icon as well. She just hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Whatevah Amy, also a regular on the Wet Spot on Compound Media, came to us straight from a photo shoot, looking fine. Amy, good to see you.
Yes, you too. I love you guys.
And popping her Chrissie Mayr podcast cherry today. And I have to get her on Wet Spot if she happens to be in New York. The Liberty Thot, Sarah.
Hi.
Yay! Good to see you.
Thanks, you too. Thanks for having me.
This is fun. And last but not least, Sarah, try to turn your camera horizontal if possible.
That should be possible.
Okay. And you know her, you love her from YouTube, that Star Wars girl. Oh. Anna, I'm bringing you in hot. What's up, Anna?
Hi. Sorry I'm late, but
you're great. You're perfect. I was a little late too. I don't know how close you guys are with your families, but I get annoyed like every time I get a phone call from somebody in my family, like I don't know if your families like follow what you do or are fans or like even know what the hell you do all day. But like I'm so at the point where I'm sick and tired of like every time somebody in my family calls, I have to explain to them what a fucking podcast is and like where and like what it is and where you can download, where you can find it. I'm like type my fucking name, which you know, into any search engine and something will come up. That
Is it on the Facebook?
Yeah.
Is it on the Facebook? It's on MySpace, Ma. It's on MySpace. Go there.
I was like, could you put the minimum effort into getting to know me? That would be great. That would be fucking great. And no, I will. This is it's that time of year. I don't know. Are you guys gonna see your families for Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Am I the only surly
Yes.
bitch up here? Yeah.
I haven't seen my family or gone home since I left. I haven't done like holidays, which I miss them a lot, but in a way it's kind of nice because I don't have any obligations. Like I don't have shit to do. I can kind of just do whatever I want. It's nice. I do miss them though.
Yeah, and Zia's from Hawaii, which is like would be the place you'd be dying to go to.
My parents met in Hawaii.
Wait, what? What? Wait,
My
who said right now?
parents
Sorry.
my parents met in Hawaii.
Oh, that's
And
awesome. Which island?
Yeah. I have no idea. They were in the Navy.
Oh,
You know,
that's
had
so
those
cool.
whirlwind 2-weekers.
That's so
So
sweet.
Hawaii's a special place in our house.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm
Oh,
just
that's so
sending
nice.
Brittany the link.
We always had pineapples. So pineapples, you know, hospitality. And then I learned later on that it's the universal sign for being a swinger, which was really eye-opening when pineapples have been your
What?
homage to Hawaii. And now everyone thinks that you're swingers because I have pineapples everywhere.
You're like,
Why-
I just like pineapples,
Oh my
I
God.
swear.
It's about Hawaii. My parents met there.
Why is the pineapple the international sign for swinger?
Yeah,
Well,
I've
it's the
never heard that
international sign
before.
for hospitality, and
Oh,
I feel
right.
like that's really taking a play on my
Wow.
hospitality. I don't know how it came to be that, but now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense. But supposedly, if you're walking around with an upside down pineapple in your grocery cart, like you're game on. Or if
So
you're having a
that's-
swinger party, you're supposed to put the pineapple on your front step to know this is the place, guys. Trick or treat.
I mean,
Wow.
I guess it's more like secretive than balloons, you know?
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Put the balloons out.
Party's here.
Maybe
no
at
plans.
maybe at the island they would put the balloons out. They'd be like, "Come on, kids." Sorry to get so dark right away. Okay, cool. We're waiting for Brittany to come through. This is SimpCast number 3. Beep, pew, pew, pew. I am so excited to have all you gals here. We had, let's see, a couple folks sent me some SimpCast submissions. I want to try to bring them on the screen because Sarah, you had a very impressive submission.
I had yeah, that was a lot.
Like you came out the gate. I was like, who knows? She's gonna-
Yeah,
you
it's so
came out
funny because
strong.
I did. Every time I tell people that happened, they're like, seriously? And I'm like, yeah, I have the essay to prove it. Yeah,
So
right.
Gosh,
somebody-
what happened?
Someone sent Sarah an essay. Yeah, set this up,
Yeah,
Sarah,
okay,
while
so
I am finding this.
I'll explain the story. So like someone had messaged me on Twitter and was like, hey, I want to be your pay pig. Like, let me send you money. Generally, they're like not legit, but I always just reply and I'm like, okay, send $100 to my Cash App, whatever. And he like actually sent it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm not like a dom. Like, I don't know how to like control men or like tell men what to do. That's like not my thing. So he's like, you should make me do stuff for you. Like, can I write an essay? Can I cook you dinner? And I'm like, okay,
Oh my
write
God.
and I was like, I don't know what to say. I was like, write a 1,000-word essay about why I'm better than Ron Paul. And like, he actually did it. And then
Oh
I
my
had another,
God.
I had
This is
another
really
simp the
something.
next day send the same thing. And I, again, didn't know what to say. I was like, okay, this time write one about how I'm better than Ron DeSantis. So I got 2 essays in the same weekend. One about why I'm better than Ron Paul. One about why I'm better than Ron DeSantis from 2 different people.
Look at that
my God.
excellent
This is-
typing and
Wow.
paragraphing. Double
It had, like, the
spaced
whole
and
format
everything.
and everything. Yeah, it was great.
So before I start
Wow.
reading this, I'm gonna bring in our final simp gal, also a YouTube gaming icon, one of my favorite, I think, internet trolls. I mean that in the kindest, best way possible. Brittany Venti, what's up, girl?
Hey.
Hi.
Brittany is back. She had a lot of strong simp entries the last time we got together. So let's get us. We got a lot. We got a lot here tonight. I'm very excited to share all these simp stories. So I'm gonna begin reading this crazy ass email. Okay, here we go. The perfection incarnate. Why Sarah is better than Ron Paul. Like that's quite the title.
This is
already.
already
It
amazing.
really is.
He really gave the preview of what this is going to be about, like a wedding invitation. I love it.
Like, I'm actually convinced I'm better than Ron Paul after this essay. So,
Wow.
So he gets an A.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
And just tell me, like, interrupt if I should skip over anything, because I mean,
I honestly haven't read it in a while, but yeah, you can just like.
When did you get this?
This was the day that I launched my Patreon, so this was like my birthday. This was my birthday. They were sending me money for my birthday too, so that was a good weekend for me. But.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Can you guys
Okay.
hear me?
Yes. You
Okay.
sound great.
I was gonna
Okay.
say Chrissy had me hostage in the green screen room.
I know. I was holding you in the green room. Okay. Here we go. Perfection incarnate. Why Sarah is better than Ron Paul. Throughout history, there have been many great thinkers that have forwarded the cause of liberty. From John Locke to Milton Friedman, there have been countless men who have promoted freedom from government tyranny. The most notable man in recent times is, without question, Ron Paul, a hero by any reasonable standard. Paul managed to spread his ideas to hundreds of thousands, if not millions, throughout his presidential runs. His message helped change today's political landscape. I want to skip to the part where he's talking about you. Okay.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
His accomplishments might
paragraphs
be
in.
great. This paper has expressed the goal of proving that Sarah, the Liberty Thot, is even better than him. The following will lay out in great detail why she's so much better and give what the author believes to be an overwhelming, compelling argument as to why she deserves the respect of every liberty-leaning individual. I mean, I think you can have. This is a bold claim he's making. Okay.
Yeah, the whole thing's quite bold.
And then he goes on to say, like, you should get extra credit from, throughout time, women have been trained at a young age to not take themselves seriously. I don't know if I was trained. I don't know if women are trained.
Yeah,
I think
I'm not
like,
sure that's quite true.
but I love this is very much from like the perspective of a man. Like women are trained at a young age to not take themselves seriously. Us men don't take you seriously. It must be because of all that training. This is a moral
It's our fault.
Yeah, this is immoral and wrong. This must means it takes extra courage for a woman to speak out. Talking about libertarianism, it's a boys' club. This means only women with the highest integrity and intellect would speak up in defense of liberty. I guess that's true because all of us are kind of in the. I think the podcast and sort of like libertarian world is more guys than girls.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to get to the point where he starts calling you goddess because that's when I started to heat up. Okay, it's a boys' club, but a woman, incredible beauty such as Sarah doesn't have to gain the approval of men. A woman like her could have everything handed to her and rightfully deserves it. Yet she still takes the unbeaten path. My dick, no. Goddess Sarah defends freedom and liberty because of her overwhelming virtue. This is something truly spectacular. Not only is she an advocate of a just cause, but she possesses a divine feminine power and embraces it. This is where it gets good. Just tonight, she drained the author of this paper's bank account of $250. So it was. I hope it wasn't his last $250.
I think it might have been.
Oof.
He started more.
And he used his last 25 cents to write this email. Okay. She embraces her rightful place as a ruler over a pathetic virgin beta simps like this author, and she knows her rightful place is sharing her wisdom on political party. She is the full package. It continues. When men like this is funny. Okay, when men like Ron Paul are heroic in their own right, the only beings deserving of true worship are women. The woman is naturally superior to the beta male. This is proven by his innate, uncontrollable desire to serve his female superiors. So then, a woman who picks up the torch of liberty and carries on that heroic fight is to be exalted on the highest level. She should be worshipped above all else. A woman such as Goddess Sarah is of such high value that her entire life should be bankrolled by inferior men, such as this author.
Wow.
She should never work a day in her life. Her existence should be an endless vacation to exotic resorts paid for
Which
by
I
the
agree
heart.
with that.
If this doesn't inspire you to get into Findom, I don't know what is. Like, I look at this and I'm like, I feel like we should all jump into this.
What are we doing?
Right.
Why are we not doing that right now?
And I've had people ask me to do this, and I just can't figure it out. And I'm just like, you deserve better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm totally the opposite. Like, I
No.
can't. I'm like,
You have to like
this is
not
awesome.
feel bad at all about taking their money, or it's never gonna work. You have to
I
just
have-
accept it
I am-
and embrace
I am-
it.
So fascinated by you, Sarah. Okay. Existence should be endless vacation to exotic resorts paid for by the hard work of pathetic simps. It would be their highest honor to simply pay for her pedicure. Her divine feminine allure carries great influence on the culture. She had the power to mold minds and awaken an individualist spirit within the hearts of those who gaze upon her. She sits upon her throne in her infinite wisdom. So then let your freedom be her freedom. As a beta male, work your job knowing you will be giving up 10% of your income to Goddess Sarah. It is a tax
Oh my God.
to fund a just cause. The cause of spreading liberty. Sounds like he wants to spread a little bit more than liberty.
Right.
You know, I think that men should just not talk and instead dispense money.
I mean, a girl can dream. 10%. Isn't that what they say you should be giving to your church?
Yeah.
Is that how much they're supposed to give to church? Holy
It's
shit.
10%, yeah.
Good thing I
guess
was not
I'm technically
raised
the
religiously.
goddess, so yeah.
I
Did
feel
you read
like
all these words though? Like,
this is a lot of words. Yeah.
like dispensing money
no.
is just quicker and to the point.
Right, but like he wanted to do something for me. Like he
This
wants
is-
to do
He
that.
could by shutting the fuck
Yeah.
up
Right.
and caging himself.
Honestly, the main reason that I did it was more to like post on Twitter and like have my followers entertained. I didn't
This is
really
funny.
need this essay for myself, but like, yeah, people enjoyed it. So
Does he also like to be humiliated publicly?
That's a big thing
oh,
too.
yeah, he
Ooh.
but I never tagged him in this because he just didn't deserve it. Because he didn't pay me. And then he kind of just like
Done.
and
Yeah,
then he
I've had
kind
a
of just
guy
like
ask me
stopped.
about
He
that.
deactivated his account. Yeah.
I
And
just
then
wanna
I
get to this
actually think he might have just messaged me again, but we'll see.
I hope he's watching. If he's a true simp,
He
should be
probably
watching
is watching. That's why I don't want to talk about him too much because he hasn't sent me money yet. But
Oh.
Oh,
No.
nice.
I want to get to this because this is a compliment from Guillerme Quintal. Simp power activate. Did you lose weight, beautiful? I hope you're talking to all of us, actually. From Crash Mondo. Simping ain't easy. I think simping is pretty easy.
it's pretty easy.
All
Love.
you need to know is to shut up and dispense money. It's really not that hard, guys.
Love
Yeah.
jobs for Kyle. A pineapple seems like one of the least comfortable produce items to introduce onto the swinger scene.
Totally.
Yeah, I would think the banana would be the go-to.
Optimal.
Yeah.
A
Or
cucumber?
cucumber. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. From Robot Sean, I would for you girls anytime, especially Chrissy. Not that you girls are not lovely in your own right, but Chrissy makes me laugh, and that's an A+ in my book. Thank
As
you
it
for
should be.
grading me so highly. Okay, I want to make sure I get this before I miss any other ones. From Crash Mondo, I stand corrected. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not missing any gems from this essay here. First of all, I'm already so jealous. I know I'm 1.5 pages into this, but it's like I haven't had a man pay for shit for me since my dad, like since I was an actual dependent. So I feel like this is like opening up other than a birthday, other than like a sort of obligated gift giving time, not just like I don't know. I'm seething in jealousy. Okay, here we go. talking about spreading libertarian ideals. He is very happy referring to himself as beta male over and over again.
Mhm.
Praising her personally. Goddess Sarah, you possess the inner and outer beauty which inspires the painter to paint, the musician to write the most beautiful song, and the architect to erect the highest skyscraper in an attempt to how many architects do you think you talk to on a given basis? So then let your beauty and power reign over every beta male you encounter. Use them to your liking. Give them purpose by controlling their every thought, word, and action. Take their money, time, and energy. Humiliate these simps for your amusement. You are greater than Aristotle, John Locke, Ron Paul, and any other many who have ever lived. You are so much more. You are a woman. And you are a free thinker. You are so much, despite the fact that you could get away with simply being pretty. You are courageous, despite the fact that the world would tell you your opinions matter less than those of a man's. No, it sounds like you're just saying that. You are this author's world, his inspiration, his goddess. You are perfection incarnate. And God, this is another one. Is this the same guy or is this a different?
that was a different guy. So because like it all happened so fast in the same weekend, and I had like never done fandom before, so I'm just like, okay, you're gonna run about Ron DeSantis. I was just gonna go through all the politicians, like
all the Rons,
all the people that all the semi-based politicians, which isn't a lot of them, but
I wish there was a better way for me to like zoom this essay out. Okay, this is so funny. My essay on why Goddess Liberty Thot is better than Ron DeSantis. My perfect and amazing goddess is better than Ron DeSantis. 1, because she is the most amazing, dominant, incredible woman to ever exist. Because her political stances and opinions are much stronger and more consistent. Liberty Thot knows how to lead and take command. She is a powerful and persuasive leader. She knows when to be in charge and can handle any problem that comes her way. This is more just like compliments rather than like I want to get something sexual out here.
Right.
You're a goddess among us. I guess that's a goddess thing is like common among the
goddess thing is like really popular. And they're always like, what should I call you? And I was just going off what the other dude called me. I was like, all right, we're gonna go with goddess. I literally had no idea what I was doing. But I think I did pretty good for never doing fandom before. I was like,
yeah.
And
I'm a little ignorant. What is fandom?
Financial domination. So it's like where you get men to just like send you money, like pay pigs. A lot of them like to be bullied or.
I love her facial reaction to that. Like, oh, okay, this is a normal reality to live on. I love being on the same planet as these people.
Let's see. I want to see if there's anything sexual in here that I'm missing. Every single male should be worshiping Liberty Thot. She should be used as the textbook example of what true beauty brings. This is too respectful. I'm like, I want to skim through this. This is just, this is your standard. You're unstoppable. This is like, this person's really gassing you up.
Yeah.
Well, he had 1,000 words to do, so you got to put some
right. He
in
had
there too. Got to fluff it up.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it's like this is like you're gonna feel like you are back in high school. I'm giving you like
this is like the intro.
Did you rate any of them? Like your grammar is wrong. You spelled this wrong.
I was like super drunk at a festival all that weekend, so I'm pretty sure I was just like, these are great. Then like, just send more money. I need drinks. It wasn't amazing. Like I was like, I'm not trying to bully you guys that much. I'm trying to like go to this music festival, but.
I'm sorry if you explained this already, Sarah. How did you meet these guys?
They just slide in your DMs on Twitter. I have my DMs on, which is a fun time. Cool. But whenever they want to send me money or they want to be a pay pig, I'll just be like, okay, send $100 deposit to my Cash App. And if they don't instantly send it, you just block them because they're just not being serious. But if they're serious, they'll send it right away. And they just find you on Twitter.
I don't know how you're going to top these two as the first two out of the gate.
I can't because I'm not even really like on. Yeah,
I feel bad for the next few guys that don't measure up.
I know. I don't know how I'm going to find more of those. They were lucky.
You got to get you those pay to give you like thousands every month. Like I've read about some
Yeah.
girls. Oh yeah, I've read about some girls who have dudes that send them like $5,000 a month just automatically. They have like an
Yeah.
automatic payment set up.
And it's
set up
not
to them.
like their dad or something.
Nope, just the findom dudes that want that. Because I had a
Yeah.
dude for a while, but honestly, it wasn't worth the time it took to spend talking to him. Like he would send me like $50 a week, but like want constant communication, and I was like, I can't.
Like a
Yeah,
boyfriend.
no,
Get
yeah,
outta
like,
here.
like,
Get
no,
outta here.
today.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't keep
No.
up with this shit.
Yeah,
And he
That's
like
your week isn't
recently.
worth it.
That
Yeah,
is how I felt about the sock guy. Like he wanted me to wear socks every day for 2 weeks, and I was like, "This is too much work. Like I have to think about you every day. I have to keep track of these socks. I have to make sure the
No.
dogs don't run off with them."
You have to wear dirty socks.
They get
for 2
You
weeks.
should
accidentally
just give the
washed.
socks to your dog and then give it to him.
Pull
And
it with
just lie
poop.
and say you wore it.
Be like, you know what? Someone wore this sock, but it wasn't me. Yeah, you do kind of have to like. That's why you got to make sure. I guess like the price is worth
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
effort because it's
Right.
not no
In
effort.
the beginning, it sounds like a good idea, and then when you're doing it, you're like, "This is stupid."
It takes up so much
Yeah.
of your time and your energy. And when you're working like multiple jobs and shit, I was like, this isn't paying me anywhere near what my
Yeah.
actual jobs are paying me. Fuck this. Like, no.
Yeah.
From Mostaverse, Simp is super incredible manpower. Yeah. From Below Jobs for Kyle, I never realized Preston Poulter was so eloquent. Yeah, that is a reference that I don't know. From Elsid Barrett, hello, Chrissy and guests. Brittany, last SimCast, you said you would be on You Are Here, but you were not there. Why were you neither here nor there?
Oh, that's because there was a scheduling issue, but we're working on it. Don't worry.
Don't worry, she'll do it. You're a Texas gal now, so it's only a matter of time.
Hold on. I worked on my yeehaw.
Okay,
Yeehaw.
that's
Did it sound
perfect.
convincing?
That's perfect. And then you just need a burp in the middle.
Howdy.
Perfection. You're in.
From
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, I've just cummed. This guy wants to explode so hard, your face will look like clam chowder.
What a lovely thought.
Nice.
I'm so glad
Why
I
are-
never
why
liked
are they
clam
like
chowder.
From the last king of Norway, I'm gonna have to. I don't know how many Norwegian knock dollars this is. I'm gonna have to whistle at 20 chicks and yell out "nice rack toots" after this essay just to balance out the world again.
Oh, call them broads. That's even better. I love it.
Yeah.
Is there a kind of findom where like someone would like, I don't know, not be like a beta to you, but be kind of like an alpha to you, like a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that wouldn't be findom, really.
I
That
think
would be
it's
more
just being a
like,
husband.
Yeah, or having a sugar daddy. Like, findom's
regular
like
man.
specifically yeah.
So they give you monies and you're mean to them? That's what happens?
Basically, being mean to
Oh my
them.
God.
and-
Humiliate them.
Like,
you.
That's the thing, though, is everyone's like, oh, it's well, okay, like, yes, it's literally the easiest money I ever made in my life, but like, you have to be okay with the fact that like when you're sitting there bullying them, they're literally like jacking off to your messages, and like they want you to do, like, they're doing that, you know? So like, it's fine. I don't mind. I mean, I have a Patreon. I don't mind, but like, yeah, it's it's not
I
like
love
they're sitting there in their corner like crying because you're being mean to them. Like they're jacking off to it. So
Of all the kinks out there on the internet, of all the things to be jerking off to, like jerking off to a text message is like kind of sweet, you know? It's like
yeah.
the
It's
2020.
amazing.
the time you took.
It's like the 2021 equivalent of like waiting for like the old school printer to like print out, you know, a nude, and you have to be like, okay,
Or
sure.
you're like watching it on scrambled Cinemax when you were a kid. You're like, I think I
Like
see
one nipple.
something.
yeah.
I feel like in a way, like whores were worth more back then because you had to actually put an effort to pay for their content. And now it's just like, oh, 1, 2, 3, willy nilly.
Do you think it's too easy, Brittany?
Yeah, it is. They should
Well,
have to struggle.
Blob Jobs is confused. I'm confused. What do these quote pay pigs get for their money? Why not just buy a hook ear?
Because that's not their kink.
Yeah,
Their
that's just
kink
what
is,
they like.
you know, yeah, they like being bullied.
Okay, from Nesquik, could you imagine being a pay pig and giving women money just to say your name and read a message? Black brothers represent.
Welcome to the hood. Where my black brothers at? Represent.
Do old socks have any scientific value? I guess if they're full of jizz, but I don't know. I heard a compliment once. If you lick the underside, like if you lick your hand and put it on your foot, that makes it more footy smelling.
Where'd you hear that?
From another girl who sells socks.
I think if you're just moist feet
just
in
go
general.
for a run.
Or if you're really flexible, you could lick your own feet.
I have people that ask for socks or underwear after a round of golf.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'm terrible. I'm gonna be sweating, so
That's probably what they want. They're like, oh yes, Amy sweat.
The sweatier the better, because they're like jerking off with it on their thing. I'm like, okay.
There's something about if you're jerking off to the idea of a woman playing golf, like, yeah, you are probably a beta.
That's because I've never seen me actually play. He probably would be horrified.
Oh, from Brian, I give compliments when they are true. You all have your individual strengths. God, these
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, thank you. Mine is autism.
Guys, get ready for some advice. Just a bit of advice. If it looks anything like clam chowder, I'm pretty sure you've got a kind of disease. You should get that checked out.
That's true.
Oh, Simps. Okay, hookers can bully you. Plus, you can. Okay, a lot of these are dumb. A lot of these are dumb comments.
Men make dumb comments.
Welcome to YouTube.
Okay, Brittany, you had sent me a bunch of emails that I want to pull up that were very good as well. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find.
We should have like the Simp Olympics. Like we should get a medal for whoever has the worst simps.
Simple.
Worst or best?
Oh, Slimpics. Okay. I think I'm figuring this out. Here we go. Brittany Venti, Simp, stalker, fan, email. Hey, Chrissy. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, this is your manager, Brittany, was kind enough to blur out the emails of these folks. Here is my current delusion. You got pregnant with Ice Poseidon's baby and sacrificed it in some style to Moloch. But it's a delusion, though. I know it's just a fake. That's an odd simp right there.
Okay.
I thought it was real. I don't know.
I think people are trying to fucking kill me again. I've had 3 people put a hit on me for my profit abilities within the last 3 years at least. These just seem like random emails more than simping. Okay, this one is outlandish, so I believe you are killing white men and then getting fucked by BBC after. I mean, if that's the case, you should probably turn yourself into the cops if you kill anyone, but the delusion is so real, like it's playing in my mind, but I know it's fake. This isn't really happening. Brittany, do you think you attract a lot of like mentally ill fans?
Yes, they're like sour simps. They're schizophrenic simps. It's just a different kind of simp. It's like more niche.
This is very niche. Look, you're stressing me out. I'm at the point where you are exhausting me. I don't want to know every deep detail of your life. I don't want to deal with it. I just don't. But just assume I know it all because I'm a prophet. I don't want to know anything. But what to do with prostitutes taking out white people is like above my reach, man. Like, don't stress me with that, please. I don't want to know your secrets. Don't give them to me. God will allow this to send a message, but I always hate sending the message from God. Okay, that's just fucking weird.
This dude went off his medication. And
do you respond to these people, Brittany?
My manager just puts in the loony bin category in his email.
Okay, he has an actual bin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brittany, spelled your name wrong. I only jerked off to your boobs on the internet because I was stressed, but somehow found an email by fate, and I'm here now. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck even is life? That's
oh my god.
This is like his little therapeutic letter that he's writing.
And he only jerked off to your boobs. That's kind.
Because he was stressed. That's all.
I can read your mind. We are speaking telepathically because we have a sexual connection.
Oh my god.
I believe him.
Okay, this one is written in small fonts. Hi, Brittany and Hickson. As I am writing this, it is your birthday, and well, you did give me permission for us to simp for the day. Figuring since you have brought a bit of joy to me over the years, I could send you an anecdote to lift your spirits when you are feeling down. I've been a fan of yours over the past few years. I always enjoy your content. I suffer from, here we go. Everyone, all your fans suffer from something, Brittany. I suffer from extreme depression and have been in particularly bad place recently. Watching your channel when I get a chance to help make things a little less terrible. During the last 2 days, I decided to watch your conversations with It's a Gundam and Think Before You Sleep. I've watched both their stuff basically since they started YouTube, so I really enjoyed the talk. Anyway, my main motivation for writing to you is because I was deeply moved during the 2 episodes, particularly with It's a Gundam. The stories you told about your childhood troubles and relationship with love, both of which I already somewhat know about, really hit me hard. This is your birthday. I'm just gonna skim this for like the most interesting part. This is just like a kind email, so
He kind of wrangled himself back in towards the end.
It's harder to make fun of. Appreciate and confide in those friends that you love deeply, despite you having a rough childhood. I was a normal, sociable kid until about 15. Oh wow! And then he's talking about he's depressed. Don't want to burden you with my problems, but here we are. He says that halfway into the email. He's already burdened you.
That's like
a little late now, buddy.
I think you do want to burden her with your problems. The longer I isolate myself, the worse I become. Oh, boring. Friends shape who you are. It seems like you have a few good people in your life. As funny as I think you are, I think what I admire most about you is your incredible strength. Not many could achieve what you have done considering where you started. I especially respect your idolization of love. I have spent so much of my time alone and self-loathing that I feel resigned to give up on finding love and knowing what it's like to be cared for by another person. I find your refusal to give up on love, despite all the loss and pain you have endured, a remarkable show of your character and values. I can assure you.
He's sucking my ass clean. It would squeak if I touched it with my thumb.
Squeak. From the shit you might get from men, I can promise there are some of us. Oh, here's where we get into it. I can promise there are some of us that want nothing more than to be in a happy, loving relationship. Some boys did actually love to watch romance shows, like Inuyasha, fantasizing the idea of fighting for a girl despite having our older brothers kick the shit out of us for it. Unfortunately, the world and current climate seems to do everything it can to put men off things like marriage and kids. Based for myself and others, the idea of being in a happy marriage is akin to receiving a mysterious inheritance for a beautiful mansion in the countryside, the sort of place where I could live in an idyllic life with my family. I know such places exist, and I desperately want the inheritance. All right, this is getting a little fantastical. Odds are, though, it's just a Nigerian scammer trying to fuck you. It's a sad state of things that many guys feel that winning the lottery is more realistic than the prospect of finding love. Wow, that's true, though. Despite this cynicism, I hope we can both find love one day. I have little doubt that this email comes off as sappy or creepy. After all, I am probably just some random online coomer, right? Coomer means you like they come to you, right? They jizz at the thought of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it means they're like porn addicts and like
right.
Yeah. Consume.
Okay, one day I'm sure I'll think back and shudder at how cringy of a writer I am. I am an engineer, not a poet. At the end of the day, though, I will risk coming off as a creep if it means I can finally open up to someone. If you take anything away from this email, I hope it is the knowledge that you do have a positive impact. Oh, that's nice. You made perhaps one of the loneliest people feel a little less isolated and alone. Okay, this is actually quite sweet.
There's some sweetness mixed in there, but he went a little bit off the edge there.
Just a little.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely letting it be known that he is available to you.
Mm-hmm.
You are a fantastic person. I love the view. Okay. Hey, Brittany, I don't watch your content.
Oh, nice.
Really?
That's a great start.
But I used to for a bit. You recently showed up in my recommended, so I caught up more or less from what I gathered over the past few years. Oh, Ashton Birdie's in the chat. Girl. Oh, you're in the waiting room. Oh, you're in the waiting room. I'm going to let you in. Yes, you may know her from CMP. How sad. I'm using my own podcast as an intro. Ashton Birdie. Yeah.
Hi, Ashton.
Ashton and Sarah are friends.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Did I mute you? Are you muted?
Sorry, I'm retarded. I forgot how to use camera. Okay, so it was funny because I was actually talking to Sarah like an hour ago, and I saw that she was on here.
I was about to text you like, I'm going on Chrissy's show. Like, what do I do? But I was like, no, you're fine. Just go. Just click the link and show up. You'll be fine.
It was funny. I was talking to Sarah about literally actually like what I'm talking to Chrissy about tomorrow. Funny enough. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Simps, you can. This is like they're two different audiences. If you wanna share that story,
Should I
here,
just Sarah here? I already told Sarah like what happened, like the moment I landed in California. So just like tell it here.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so this is basically what happened. I got off the plane from Miami and I landed in San Francisco and I was tired. I had a 9-hour layover in Los Angeles because something to do with the airline being stupid and just constantly changing and whatnot. And I finally landed and my friend, a girl who I haven't talked to in years, like since high school, she texted me, I think because she saw that I was back in California and she's like, I need to see you right now. My boyfriend and I broke up. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, cool. Like not cool, but like what happened and whatnot. I can tell like she's trying to tell me, but she's slurring all her words and she's drunk as hell. I'm tired as hell. And I'm like, listen, can you just like talk to me about this? Like when I'm not about to fall asleep and you're sober. So we're actually talking about this rationally. Like, no, that sounds like a jerk thing to say.
Did you say when this happened was?
This has literally just happened like
Okay.
a couple days ago. So, and basically I will not talk to somebody about emotional stuff if like they're not sober or tired or like we're not both in a good mindset, just because you can't think rationally. I've made mistakes not rationally. I've done some stupid things not rationally. So I just don't want to make that mistake again for myself or other people. So I basically told her to call me the next day, which was yesterday. And so she calls me up and she's like, my boyfriend and I broke up. We were together for almost a year. And I'm like, well, what happened? So basically she had to start me from the very beginning.
3 years ago?
About a year ago. They started dating a year ago. So yeah, a year ago. And so she basically tells me, not even a year ago, but like 2 months ago, she met this chick in Oregon who is an ex-hooker. She's a single mother.
Wrong with that.
No, you know, I was gonna say nothing wrong with it. If you are a prostitute, hooker, stripper, I really do not give a hoot. But this particular character I have a problem with. So she is a single mom, and Sarah figured, you know what? I'm going to help this chick out. She's going to come down with me to California and live with myself and my mother. So Sarah lives with her mom and her 2 brothers. One's older, one's younger. And her mom just is in the middle of divorce. The dad just moved out. And the dad basically moved into his own apartment. And which is also weird, too, because Sarah's mom is like paying for like the dad's Match.com. To find like a new girlfriend, which is also super weird to me, which is like
so sad.
Yeah, I know exactly. It's just like the weird. I'm like, no. If anything, he should be paying for your Match.com.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Sarah's basically telling me how she brought this woman into her house, brought her into her life, and her older brother, who's already a freaking weirdo. And at one point, I think like the last communication I had with him was when I was 16 years old, and he was like 25, and he was trying to like buy me alcohol when I was 16 and trying to like he's a weirdo basically, but he's trying to sleep with this ex-prostitute and she's not having it, but instead she goes off and she hooks up with Sarah's just out of high school 19-year-old brother. Granted, this woman is like 28. Nothing wrong with that again, but at the same time, like it also doesn't help the fact that her younger brother is special needs. So her mom is not happy with this. She tells the woman, like, you cannot touch my children. You cannot touch my sons if you're going to stay here. That is the bottom line. She basically has her son go take an STD test because he didn't use a condom when they did it. And so the girl says, okay, well, I can't sleep with her sons. A week later, she sleeps with Sarah's boyfriend of 1 year.
Ugh.
And he tells...
Who would play this prostitute in a movie? What does she look like?
I don't know what she looks like. I have no idea what she looks like. I didn't ask. I didn't like want to just because I don't want to get into the whole conversation of like, oh, she's ugly compared. That's not the point, And every time I feel like people share pictures of the whole situation, they just want to talk about that. I just don't care about that. And this is like what's hitting me is that my friend is now staying with her boyfriend because his excuse was that he was blackout drunk. And I have a problem with that. I'm like, listen, like, it doesn't matter if he was blackout drunk. The fact that, like, he was day drinking while you were at work and just sitting around your house, which also I think is just a dumb excuse anyway, because every time I've seen him, she's been the one drinking and he's been the one sober. He doesn't seem like the kind of person to be sitting around day drinking and getting blacked out drunk in the middle of the day. Oh, it's a cute kitty.
It depends who you are. Like some women would allow one, okay, you were blackout drunk. It really depends. Like you'd have to like look at everything else in context.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that like, what kind of person do you want in your life who's getting blackout drunk in the middle of the day
Right.
you know, he's obviously has like attraction to this woman you let into your house. And on top of that, like I feel like just the two of them are already dealing with so many issues. They shouldn't be dating anyone at the moment. And it's just one of those but I basically told her like what I'm telling you guys, and she told me that she already talked to her real friends about it, and I'm not her real friend, and I shouldn't give her opinions on this, and that she's not going to talk about it with me any further. And I'm like, you're the one who called me and begged me to come over after not seeing me for years.
You're like, I have jet lag. Why are you calling me?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing is like,
complicated.
I have not hung out. Like last time I think I hung out with her was maybe a year ago when I first met this boyfriend of hers when I was visiting family. And before that, I have never actually like really been close with her since like high school. So it's just like it was very strange that she like came to me as soon as I landed in the airport, and now she's mad at me for telling her the truth. And I just don't understand the logic behind
your
this.
friend let a prostitute stay in her apartment, and then she slept with her boyfriend, and now they're breaking up, basically.
Oh no, they're not breaking up. She
They're not
kicked the
breaking
girl out. She kicked the girl out, obviously, which I know was a good step. Then she's like, well, I'm going to stay with him because he's decided to go to AA. It's like, it's no different than, what was that thing with Kevin Spacey did where he was like hitting on the younger boys and then used him being gay as an excuse?
Right.
It's like him being like, I have a problem with alcohol. That's my excuse. That's the thing that pisses me off. It's like, no, you're trash. You need to figure out your shit and figure out mental shit before you should be in a relationship. Not, oh, I have an alcohol issue and therefore that's my excuse. Therefore we should stay together. I have a problem with that.
This does sound pretty messy, but anything is possible. Like it is possible. Someone could have had their rock bottom moment and they get help and they get better and then they end up being a great boyfriend and they have a super strong relationship. But yeah, like this particular moment in time sounds very messy.
Oh no, I think maybe they can get back together in the future, but like with everything just happening in the past like week, like the fact that she's already like, oh, it's gonna be okay. It's like, no, you gotta give him time to have like, and this is coming from someone who's had like serious like, you know, experience being a crazy person. Okay, like you need to take time for yourself where you can date anybody.
That's what happens is like you just get used to somebody and then you forget that you can do better or you can do at least as good but with a new person.
I feel like more the issue is like, why are you sitting at home all day doing nothing? Like my man is going to be out working. I'm like, I'm not going to be dating somebody that's like sitting at home doing nothing all day. Like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought this made a great case for why hookers are upstanding citizens.
They're putting in the hard work.
Also, I'm curious, what's Anna working on? I saw you were working on something.
Oh, I'm going out of town, so I'm prepping canvases for
she's doing
when I do painting.
An eye project too.
Yeah, the eye project's a bit different. I'm going to the boyfriend's parents' house in the mountains for Thanksgiving. So this is what I did last time. I just take like
solo layout,
and so I just paint around the.
Oh my god! That's so good,
right? Thank you. Well, so I'm prepping canvases so that way when I go there, it'll be all done.
I like how wholesome Anna is.
You're very wholesome.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, there's nothing to do up there, so I'm like, I might as well get some work done, you know?
Yeah, that's what's nice about like you go somewhere with like no Wi-Fi or like nothing to do. You're like, oh, I guess I'm gonna finally read and like get things done.
Yeah. Well, like, you can't read because there's like kids screaming throughout the house or like Mario Kart going crazy. So I'm like, I'm gonna go outside and be by myself and like just paint. You know?
Bob Ross it up. Yeah. From KMX McDonald, I'm reading the latest James Bond movie. Has James Bond acting like a simp? I haven't seen it, but is this true? How can James Bond act like a simp? Who would be the next Superman? I haven't seen the latest James Bond. You saw it, Anna?
It's trash. Don't watch it.
Oh, man. Yeah, I heard that he sort of like stepped down from his position.
So I'm going to break it down. It's literally the same plot as The Notebook.
Oh,
they're in love.
Wow.
Something happens. They break up. They find out the thing that broke them up was bullshit. They get back together, and then one of them dies. It's such bullshit.
Wow.
Cool. God, I wish.
Wait, someone dies at the end of The Notebook? I've never seen The Notebook. I don't watch movies. I'm like famous for never watching movies.
Yeah,
ever in my life, so.
They get old and they like die together.
I should have introduced you as that, Sarah. Sarah, you know her from not watching movies.
Yeah.
The Notebook's a good
Ashton
movie,
was
though.
the first one that made me
It
watch
is.
Harry Potter, and we were watching it in Florida, and I'd never had seen Harry Potter until Ashton made me watch it. So
I feel that. I also
Yeah.
haven't seen a
That
lot
was
of
like 2
popular
months ago.
movies.
yeah,
I think that's
I'm just
a type of
a
person.
movie person. I'm like,
Uh-oh,
and
you're
Twitter
cutting out.
just like ruined my attention span to like the I am. Oh, can you hear me?
A little
You're
bit.
cutting out.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay, well
got
she's
black.
figuring
That's
that
bad.
out. Speaking of sexual connections, have you heard from Bagel Boss?
that work?
I had to block Bagel Boss again. We were
Did
talking
you ever
about
get
him.
another phone call?
We were talking about him at the last SimpCast, and he was sending me some texts like he's been trying to shoot his little shot.
At you.
Wait, I thought he was
trying to date
dead.
you.
And then I
Who's
had to
Bagel
block him.
Boss?
Is he dead? Am I?
He's not dead.
No, he had a stroke.
Oh,
he had
okay.
a stroke, but it didn't take. And
Wait, you guys
who-
switched timelines.
Yes,
I'm like,
bro.
I'm out of the loop. Who's Bagel Boss?
A man that's angry.
He's a shorter man who he went viral a couple of summers ago. What, 2 or 3 summers ago? Because he got into a fight in a bagel store in Long Island, and then he just like went on a bunch of podcasts, mine included, and then he kind of like blew up, became like semi-famous in the tri-state area, and then got a manager. Like this person who got in a fight in a bagel store has a manager quicker than me, like doing comedy 11 years. I still can't get a fucking manager, but this guy's all hooked up. And then
That's because there's
and
not
then-
much to manage.
yeah, he's easy to manage.
Aw.
Just toss him around. Yeah.
Have
And
you thought
then,
about getting a restraining order? Like, have you like tried contact? I got a restraining order recently against an ex, and it was actually quite
ooh,
wonderful.
Is
my
it an
life.
ex? Is it X that we know?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna mention his name because it's just life
Whatevah.
is good now. Life is good now,
Whatevah.
Brittany.
Okay, good. I don't know who that is, but so Bagel Boss. Anyway, he went from hating me to like leaving very aggressive like voicemails on my phone, like I'm gonna beat you up, I hate you.
Unless
like,
you date me, I'm gonna ruin your life and slander your name.
No, I mean he talked shit and then like
Like-
very quickly pivoted into hitting on me, and then just was texting me, sending me pictures of other girls, being like, I love this picture of you, and it would be like my friend Amory, and I'm like, what are you doing? But that might have
That's
been
some top tier negging.
that was after the stroke, so who knows if he genuinely thought it was me.
It's just a general sense of blur. Everything's blurry.
Every girl's Amy in his mind. Every time
Is
it's
this
Amy.
in
Chrissie,
person?
sorry.
Bagel Boss.
I gotta find a video of him. Like, is there a video of him? Just like
There's
Yes.
the video of him.
Yeah.
All right, let me
the
find it.
video of him.
The
Oh,
video.
this guy. This guy's
Yes.
stalking you. You just toss him. Just
Not
throw
a-
him.
Okay, yeah, I did block
Give him
him.
a good punt.
Honestly, I blocked him and now I miss him, to be honest.
Oh.
I'm getting yelled at about my lighting.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry, I have poor lighting. Everyone, I don't know where my ring light is.
Okay,
You're
I'm going to play this
comfy.
video.
Let it be. Let her be comfy.
It's darkening all my wrinkles. Everyone, just
Yeah, let her
let
be
it go.
comfy.
Let me be.
Put some
Yeah,
Vaseline on the
Jake.
camera.
Amy just came from a photo shoot, so she's trying to wind down. All right, here is the famous Bagel
Oh
Boss.
my gosh, this guy.
Great. Why is it okay for women to say, "Oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites. You should be dead"? That's okay.
Yes.
Women in general, they're not dating.
Anyone say anything?
Well,
about
here's
that?
the thing: if you're 5 feet tall, you're closer to 6 foot under, right? So really, he's. If you really
Shut
think about
your
it.
mouth. You're not God
This is just
or
the
my
word.
father
This is
or my
caught him
boss.
on a day.
Dude,
I'm just
you wanna
saying,
step outside?
if you're that
You
short,
wanna
you're that
step
close to
outside?
6 feet under.
Huh?
Really,
I'm
it's not,
standing,
you know.
pal.
Do you guys think he ordered a mini bagel?
Shut up, too.
Oh my god!
I like how the guy didn't actually have to do anything to take him down. He just put his weight on him and he kind of collapsed.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I like it.
Did they run out of pumpernickel? Like,
Women in general have said
He's
on
acting
dating sites.
like a woman.
You think I'm making that shit up?
Yeah, he is acting.
He is a woman. When you're that short, you're a
With the
woman.
biting lip.
Oh,
This feminine
shorter than
energy.
me.
Shut your mouth. You're not God.
what
or my
what
father
prompted
or my
this
boss.
outburst?
well, I think,
I think he thought women were laughing at him, right?
he thought these
Yeah.
bagel mistresses working behind the counter were making fun of him. When you're somebody who has like never worked out an issue in their life, it's like you walk around like you're ready to fight all the time. Like everyone's about to trigger you because you haven't worked on shit. So yeah, someone may have looked at him sideways. You know, who knows? Maybe
he has daddy issues.
Maybe a contact lens got stuck, but he was like, "Oh my god, it's because I'm short."
Yeah, no, he has short guy issues. Like everything to him is because he's short. I know guys like that are just like they can't. And I understand like girls discriminate against shorter guys for sure. They get the raw end of the deal sometimes, but like they just get so angry. And like I know plenty of short dudes who are with pretty girls too. So it's not like if you hone your personality, you're cool or you're funny or any of that kind of stuff, like you'll be fine. But I just know some guys that just get so upset about being short, and it changes their whole it shapes their whole personality. It's fucking crazy.
It's just the reality of things. Like
a short girl.
Yeah.
It's not like
I've met short guys who do not act like this. I've met short guys who do act like this. I honestly feel like it has a lot to do with like men who don't have like father figures in their lives, or like father figures who are abusive to them growing up. And because a lot of the short guys who freak out over the fact they're short aren't actually self-conscious with the fact they're short. They're self-conscious with the fact they don't feel masculine, and they probably hang on a lot to their mother. Like, and this isn't me being funny. Like, this is just like a fact. I've noticed a lot of guys who are shorter tend to cling on to their mother a lot and have like serious trauma with their father.
Well, that's mommy issues, and it's actually a huge problem online with men. That's why they act the way they do toward women, unironically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like I'm shit posting when I'm like, but there's some truth in it, because like a lot of men don't want to marry ugly women.
That's
like,
true. It's a reality.
Yeah.
Like a lot of women don't like short guys, whereas a lot of guys won't date a woman who's above a certain age, or
guys
like,
won't date girls
weight.
that they have under a B cup in some cases. It's pretty ridiculous, but it's like, but if I have like a height preference, they like freak out.
Right. I mean, to be fair, I'm 5'11", so when I say I want to date a tall guy, it's like
you need
oh my gosh,
I'm
you're
literally I'm 5'11", so it's like when I say like men over 6 feet, it's like that's really still kind of short to me. I'm not one of those girls that's like 4'8", that's like, oh, I need a tall man to protect me. Like, no, bitch, I can protect myself, but like I just prefer that you're like just taller than me still. Like
you're like, I just don't want to have to like look down at somebody. Literally.
Anyone under 6 foot is automatically not a man for Sarah. Like she's just she's just like, looking down at them.
I'll do like 5'10" if you're like really attractive.
Oh, okay.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I'm like, I don't think height is like a huge issue, but like
it's not.
I can't date someone who's like 5'4". Like I just can't.
I feel like we're all the same size laying down. You can make it work.
Right. Yeah, the shortest guy I ever slept with was 5'5". It worked.
For me, I think it was 5'2", but only because he looked like Robert Downey Jr. and because he tricked me. He tricked me because he worked at a bar where he had installed a platform, so he looked taller behind the bar. And then he came back down, and I was like,
okay, there was this one guy that I met on Tinder, and I mean, he was really handsome in his pictures, but it was like him rowing a boat, and it looked all romantic. And I was like, wow, this guy is really hot, and he matched with me. And he only had 2 pictures, which should have been like
red flag.
Yeah. And so I went to go meet up with him, and he's like, do you want to have wine and then like go out to a couple bars? And I, watch the sunset, drink wine, then go out. And I was like, yeah, sure. And so he was sitting on like the steps on like the top of the mountain, because this was in San Francisco. And so I sat down next to him, and we're drinking, and I'm like, we're sitting, but I'm like, he didn't stand up to like say hi, because he had like the wine ready.
Oh,
and so I was sitting there, and I'm like, I think my legs are longer than his, and I'm really fucking short. And so when we did stand up, and I was wearing heels because I thought he was tall, he was like right here on me.
Wait, how tall are you? Man, how tall you are?
I'm like the same height as you, Chris.
I'm like 5'3". I used to be 5'2", but I did a lot of yoga. So I'm 5'3". And I think you're maybe like 5'2".
I had heels on when I met you. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I think I'm like your height. So I think I'm like
5'4". Brittany, you're like more like 5'2", right? 5'3". You're on there.
I'm 5'7".
What?
Girl. Yeah.
You're tall. Oh my gosh.
Big dick energy. What can I say?
That's so funny when people say 5'7" tall. I'm like, Yeah, I'm so looking down on you, though.
Like, I will step on you. I will step on your head.
That's my thing. I just say I step on men. It's great.
So basically,
Or
like,
anyone,
wait.
really?
I wish I was a little bit
I'm
taller.
guessing Amy's tall though. Amy, you're like what, 5'9"?
I wish. I'm 5'5".
Oh my gosh,
I'm just barely 5'5".
They seem taller because I have them on the top row.
Let me guess.
I'm a
Zia,
tall
you
sitter.
are
Like now,
5'6".
Brittany seems taller.
No,
5'6".
I love that you think I'm
It's
5'6".
the hair.
I'm 5'2". I'm super short.
Let's
I'm
do
so
everyone
mad.
by
Very
height
small.
order.
We gotta
We're
do
in height
order.
order.
I'm 5'4", so I'm tiny.
5'4".
That's
Yeah,
so
see,
funny.
5'2". It does open your dating range a bit. Like I can date anyone that's like 5'5" and it is cool. 5'5"
Right.
is good.
Speaking of who you date, Zia, Shane is wondering, anyone see Doug Bell put the moves on Zia? I will pay money for panties from that encounter. Really?
Those,
Doug Bell hit on you, Zia?
he does call me sometimes at 3 a.m. to tell me I shouldn't post the kinds of pictures that I post because I should only send them to him.
Wow.
Oh.
Doug Bell is one of Jim Norton's characters. He's so funny. He always has crumbs on his mouth. He's like a guy who never really made it and just has stories from like years ago. Like one of those guys. I'm not explaining it well.
Yeah, the guy that has like the 1,000-yard stare, who's just like and like doesn't quite understand that he is boring as shit.
Didn't evolve with the times.
Wait, so
No.
Sarah's moving to Texas. We need to find Sarah a Texas husband.
Yeehaw.
Oh,
Yeehaw.
gosh. I found my husband actually.
You can't marry Post Malone, Sarah. You have to have an option too.
No, I swear I was scrolling on TikTok and this man popped up on my FYP. His name is Nick Luciano. If anybody knows how to get to I promise he's my husband. He just doesn't know me yet. Like I don't
Wait,
who is this? I
What if
don't
he's
send for
short?
TikTok boys.
What if he's what?
His name is Nick Luciano or Nick Luciana. But like I'm not one of those people that will like simp. Like I simp for Post Malone, that's it. I don't like simp for celebrities, but I saw that man and I was like, I think that's my husband. And like I'm just waiting it out. I followed him on Twitter. I have more Twitter followers than him, but he has like 5 million on TikTok. So I'm like, how do I go about this without looking like a fan?
This cowboy guy? This Utah?
Who is
Oh
he?
my
Oh my god.
Wait.
Wait, what's his name?
His name is Nick Luciana
Hold
or
the fucking
Luciano.
phone.
He just
I
makes
can
like
totally see Sarah dating that guy.
Whoa,
it's
crotch
so
cam.
cringe. He just makes like TikToks of him dancing and like all the girls simp over him and I'm like, it's working. I'm simping.
Wait. How do you spell his last name?
Luciano or A. I don't know if his last name is
just found
Luciano or
him.
Luciano, but
You want
yeah, he has like 5 million. Yeah. So if anyone has a way to like connect us, like when I move to Texas, I will take him on a date.
Is this him?
Men take me on a date, but
Wait,
Is
I
this
got
him?
better, Chrissy. I got his Instagram.
I don't think that's not him. You
Yes,
have to look
all right.
for his.
I got his
TikTok.
Instagram.
We all need to like harass him
Instagram.
until he marries Sarah.
No, I know. I'm like,
We all need to harass him.
guy-
until he
Oh,
marries
Luciano.
Sarah.
hello.
Sounds nice.
This
Let's
is
see.
oh my
So,
god.
yeah.
This is
I don't know
Texas.
why
Look
he gives
at
me
that
porn
belt buckle.
vibes.
Wow.
He looks like he's
Yeah.
in porn.
Look at all those belt buckles.
I
Did you say he
think
looks like
he
he's
has
in
an
porn?
OnlyFans. I think he has an OnlyFans, but I don't know. So
Wait, Sarah,
it's
what if he's
perfect
secretly
because
gay?
He has an OnlyFans? What?
I think his Twitter said something about an OF link, and I'm like,
He
yeah,
has
OnlyFans,
the Cumia
but-
stare.
He has no
Sarah, what if he's secretly married or gay or something?
Well, we're gonna try. I'm gonna shoot my shot.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna, and if he's married or if he's gay, then
She has an
it's
open
okay, but
mind.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
The side
yeah.
girlfriend.
So
I see
that's just
him.
my current boyfriend on my head besides Post Malone. But
I
yeah,
like
I need
that
a backup for
He's
Post
someone
Malone.
else's
Have a
boyfriend
goal.
too.
Here we go. Here he is. Yes.
He
look at
doesn't
his
post
little
girls.
horse. I like
Yeah,
it. Who
I
knows
just-
what he does with his horse?
Look at the mini.
He's so cute.
I
Dude,
want
he's
a
literally
mini
living my
that just,
dream
like,
life. Like he
walks
just has animals and he shit posts on social media. Like that's exactly the type of man I want to marry. I want to just
I'm
marry a
gonna
farmer.
retweet
and
him.
Yeah, like,
can
get
I,
him. Trying to get him to follow you. Like I'm trying to get him to follow me. I have his tweet. Oh my god, I sound so creepy. I have his tweets to my phone, so that when he tweets, I can like reply and be like, "Hey." I'm on Twitter a lot.
I guess we're not planning for it to get.
When you
Way
know,
to
you
start
know.
a sentence.
Okay. I know. It sounds
Wait,
creepy,
what's his
but when you know,
handle?
you know. It's like
Okay.
Nick Anderson. That's him. That's him. I just
I
tweeted
feel
him
like
the
we're in
other
a
day.
club and Sarah's like yelling. Yeah, so there's this guy on this app called TikTok, and he has a cowboy hat, and he looks kind of gay, but like I still want to fuck him.
I want to marry him. Okay. Fucking. Well, I'd be cool with just that too, but
Good for
I
you.
can see you making tall babies with this man.
Yes,
yeah,
you
that's
do
what I'm
be
saying.
tall
Like,
See you
babies.
doing it.
that's the Texas boy that I want. So
Does
Liberty
he live in? I
Thot
mean,
and Nick
he looks like
Luciana.
he lives in Texas.
He's
I
a
believe in you.
TikToker. I'm a Twitter person. It's great. It's a social media love waiting to
Marriage made in
happen,
heaven.
so.
The
This
feminist
is
we'll
the
urge
Simpcast.
to
see what
extract his
happens.
sperm for genetics.
We got to make it happen on the Simpcast.
Sarah Luciano sounds great. Never marry someone whose name doesn't
Doesn't
sound
it?
good with yours. It's a telltale
True.
sign
Yeah.
first.
Right.
Yes.
That's kind
From-
of true.
Dusty Time discovered Brittany from the Internet Historians video series about He Will Not
I
Divide
forgot
Us.
about that. That's such an
Oh.
old meme, but oh my gosh, Brittany, that's like where you like first.
When did you blow up, Brittany?
When I was like before Wendy, when I was like 18, when I was doing like starting out as the satirical character of like, oh my Gucci-ness, hi, and acting like a dumb bitch, like bimbo core.
You were acting?
I still act like a dumb bitch, but like it's different because like
Now she
it's
pissed
toned down
Shia
now.
LaBeouf off.
She's more mature now.
Really? You pissed Shia LaBeouf off?
Yeah, that was like her claim to fame.
I
When
think
was
everyone
this?
there
Piss
did.
him off.
How did I miss that?
The He Will Not Divide Us thing where he like
Oh,
put a
okay,
camera. And
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Brittany was there.
I'm
Okay,
so
I didn't realize.
confused. What was
I didn't,
that?
I didn't realize you were there. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, there's the one moment everyone always refers to when I was like, because they were all hogging the camera, and I was like, what can I do to like troll them into not having attention from the camera? Because they're so desperate, they're so attention hungry. They're like, if I keep saying He Will Not Divide Us over and over, maybe Shia LaBeouf sensei will notice me. So it was like, how can I fuck up their day? A little bit of fun.
Is it this YouTube video here? I'm gonna share this. Is it this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's not that one. It's the Ree one. Type in Brittany Venti Wendy Ree. REE.
Ree?
Yeah.
This one?
No, wait. Where is it? Scroll down. It's right there at the bottom where it says Brittany Venti Ree at Wendy.
Ree.
Yeah, that one. I don't know the timestamp for when it happens. Might be in the comments.
How long ago is this?
A few years ago, like 4?
This is like 2015, 2016.
5 years ago then?
Maybe.
Check the comments for the timestamp.
4 years ago, yeah.
What was this for?
Yeah, I think what was the purpose of this?
They just wanted attention from Shia LaBeouf, and he put a sign that said "He will not divide us," referring to Trump, and so they would just chant that over and over. So everyone thought it'd be funny to just troll them because they're acting like NPCs, acting like robots, doing what they're told, and like repeating some nonsense.
Yeah, isn't that precious? 4 years ago, you guys thought you were divided. Now look at us.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Speaking of Superman and James Bond, I read Henry Cavill is a favorite to be the next Bond. Not sure if Anna would think this is a good idea.
Oh, someone got the timestamp. They said 1:37.
Oh, okay. Anna, what do you think of that?
I've been for it for a long time. I thought Daniel Craig was absolutely terrible for James Bond. First off, James Bond has to be handsome. Daniel Craig is a butterface. And second, he also has to be like dashing and debonair, and that is very much not Daniel Craig. And if you've seen any of the spy movies that Henry's done, he is great, but he was too young to be James Bond back then, which I think is dumb. But yeah, talked quite extensively about this on my channel, so I'm
Ooh.
all for Henry being Bond, and Henry wants to be James Bond so badly, so just give it to him, but set it back in the 60s because this new stuff is just terrible.
Yeah,
and don't
I
let
agree.
that one Phoebe chick anywhere near the script. Thank you.
You know, Dwayne The Rock Johnson wants to be like the next James Bond. Like
that doesn't work. You
desperately-
have to be British. I'm sorry. You have to be British. You
Agree.
can't-
Also, can I be honest? I don't think The Rock is very handsome.
No.
Like,
I
a lot
don't
of
think
people
he's
love him,
either.
but I just honestly, all I can think about is when I see The Rock is seeing him in like The Mummy 2, where he's got that really bad
Oh, the
CGI around
scorpion
him. He's like, he looks like a really bad video game character. That's all I
Yeah,
can
with the
think
bad
about with him.
CG.
Yeah, he looks microwaved. I've never been a fan of The Rock.
Yeah.
Fork me. I do enjoy the stories that come out of these little gatherings. It's like YouTube's version of the Jerry Springer show.
Oh, God.
I could make it the Jerry Springer show. I got a lot of man stories, but no, we're not gonna go there.
Jerry.
Oh, my God.
I need to get some of these simps like Sarah has. No Time to
Yeah.
Die, Underused Bond, and Rami Malek, 100%.
Yeah, it was a chick flick, but it was like the worst chick flick you've ever seen. So.
See,
Ooh.
we're
Whatever.
talking about going to see that and
I'm
deciding
sorry,
not to
Jake.
for that reason.
Whatever Amy turned the desk lamp on. Wow,
I'm
Jake
sorry.
needs you to be
Cut me
well
some
lit.
slack.
Yeah, let her live. Let her be poorly lit for once.
When you see what came out of this photo shoot, you will forgive me, Jake.
Tell me about it.
It would probably still be going on right now if I wasn't. It was a long photo shoot, but it was
Ooh.
definitely very, very good and
Was
productive.
for OnlyFans?
Yeah, so definitely for OnlyFans, and also I get a lot of requests for autographed pictures. That was a good one, by the way. Whoever did that. That was a prize one. For like autographed pictures, so I wanted to get some stuff that I could have for prints and stuff like that. So, but it was fun.
Ooh, awesome! I can't wait to see it. Okay,
I'd give you a sneak peek, but the only ones I have are like nude.
Okay, well, maybe we're there yet in our friendship. We'll see. I'll keep
I'm in
trying.
on Twitter. I'm in on here.
Okay, from Benson Matthew, are Lizzo and Tess Holiday brave and inspirational? Is this progress? There should be a distinction between outward appearance and physical health. Well, yeah, I think this narrative is a little bit deflating. Just because what used to be like fat and brave is now you're a walking comorbidity. So I think the fat influencer movement, or someone said chinfluencer, which is really funny. The chinfluencers have lost some steam.
Yeah.
But
I think it's dying, honestly. I think because people can't make arguments for anymore. When it's literally something that's gonna like kill you, it's gonna die off. I mean, it already is dying off.
And then there's also a difference between being like 30 pounds overweight and being like 300 pounds overweight. You know, like a little thick is fine, but like you're not like morbidly obese being like a little thick. Yeah, like.
Well, there's
They
also a
always
difference in like. Oh, sorry. Who was talking? I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good. I was literally just gonna say this happens with everything. There's always like this good movement. Like I think body positivity is a cool thing. Like Sarah said, you know, there's a difference between 30 and 300 pounds. So when they take it too far, it's this thing where you're like, okay, cool. Let's not hate on people for not looking like supermodels because that's fucking crazy because not everyone can look like a supermodel. And then it turns into like, let's put these morbidly obese women on the cover of magazines and tell them they're beautiful. And I'm not saying they're not. Like I'm not trying to be shitty, but it's like let's not celebrate.
Yeah, it's not my cup of
do
tea. I prefer fit people. Like I work out 5 times a week. I think people should work out. It's not that hard.
It's healthy. Yeah, it's good for you.
Yeah.
So everything that Xia just said, but I also want to point out that like the shaming of skinny people needs to stop as well. Like Kylie Jenner put out a picture of her like in a bathing suit, and like she looks hot. Okay, like she looks amazing, and maybe she might be too skinny for some people, and maybe her body type is not for everyone, and not everyone can achieve that body.
Like not a
standard.
real body. Yeah.
Not Kylie Jenner. Sorry, Kendall. I think is the one.
Kendall,
I don't know all of them. I can't think of them.
The modeling one.
But the thing is that when people are like, "Oh, she needs to eat a sandwich. She needs to eat some cake," it's like she probably did after that photo shoot. But that's not the point.
Also,
you know,
she's had the least amount of plastic surgery of anybody in that family. So, or
Yeah.
maybe Rob Kardashian has had less. But
maybe.
And she's always been an active girl, and she's tall, and she probably eats very well and very healthy. So good for her.
My goal weight is to be shamed for being skinny. That's like
Yes.
on my vision board.
That happened to me. Someone called me anorexic on Twitter a few weeks back, and I'm like,
I would have printed that.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. So I have seen Sarah naked, just to point it out there right now. And like, Sarah, you're not that skinny. Like, not like in the back. You're
No,
just very fit. Like,
I'm
you're
not
very
anorexic
muscular.
skinny. Like, you
So,
have
for people to
abs
be,
from like eating a lot, which people don't understand. Like, having abs takes like a lot of work, a lot of like nutritional planning, and so it's like, it's not anorexic skinny. But I don't know. It was nice to be called skinny, I guess. It was just not in the nicest way.
But it's like, the funny thing is, people don't even know what's skinny and fat anymore, because Sarah is like nothing but muscle tone, and people are calling her too skinny. I even like, it's just ridiculous. It's really annoying.
It's wild. It's wild being a girl on the internet. The weird shit people say to you, the weird shit people message you. You're like,
the
all
weird
right.
things people assume
guess.
about you is insane
Oh,
to me. Like,
dude,
it's like
that's
the crazy
the
stories
most
about
wild.
me.
Yes, the things that people say, they're like, "Oh, you're like this," and you're like, "You don't know me."
What do people assume that you are like?
Right.
Like me?
Yeah, both of you. I'm
Oh,
curious,
there's just things from like years ago that people like think I've done or think I've said, or like situations that have blown up and people don't know the full story and say horrible things about me and whatnot. And like, I used to care, but I really, yeah, exactly. I used to care, but I really don't anymore.
Welcome to the internet.
Like people, it's funny because like, especially when it comes down to like when there's multiple people involved, I have people lying about me all the time. But it's funny because I have a restraining order against this particular person I'm talking about, so people will assume what they want to assume.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say in regard to like the comment that was made earlier about like ugly people and whatever. I think to be logically consistent, I think that people should be allowed to shame whatever they feel like, because like I want to dunk on manlets when I feel like it. So I think it's fair game.
I'll make fun of short men.
Well, yeah, I know. If
I
guys
get it.
can constantly judge us for how we look, but then the moment you make a simple, tiny comment about men, they flip the fuck out. Like, men
That's
have
true,
the
yeah.
biggest ego
Speaking
problems
of
I've ever
tiny
met.
men,
Not
how
all
long
men,
would
but-
how big would Bagel Boss's package need for you to find him attractive? Throw him a freaking bone here. How big would it?
I
mean,
don't find him attractive. It doesn't matter how big your dick is if you're ugly.
Right.
Dick is not size is not everything. Like, it's really not. So
No, it's
I
not.
actually prefer when it's not that big, because it's
Yeah,
way
I
harder to
need-
suck when it's
I need
super big. I'm like,
something
Well,
manageable.
also if it's super big, but he has no idea how to use it, you know?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Well, to look at his face and his body, like nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, it's like a Great Dane puppy. It's too big and it's you don't know, you know.
But we like Great Dane puppies, so that's the difference.
That's true. That was a terrible metaphor. I was like, I'd much rather have a puppy than a huge liability, gigantic cock. Something that you could hurt yourself on. No, thank you. Andrew Harms for next SimpCast, please. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? Yeah, this is why I don't understand the fascination with Pete Davidson. I'm like, okay, he could have the biggest hog on the planet, but it's still attached to him. You still have to look at that face.
How is he fucking Kim Kardashian? How did he get
Because
caught
their
on a grudge?
I saw the funniest
Their
meme.
publicists
It was
both
with,
decided that it would be mutually
fake.
beneficial for their careers to have a relationship. Like,
Well, I
that's
saw
all
a
it is.
meme of Courtney with
He
the guy that
looks
she's
like-
dating, and then Megan Fox with the guy that she's dating, and it's like, oh,
And then
Kim
You know
won
what?
one.
Megan Fox
You thought they
and
got
Glenn Kelly
attention?
makes sense though. That makes sense. But the Pete Davidson looks like a white boy summer version of the guy from Fargo. Okay. And I'm not talking about the great show. I'm talking about the original movie with like who's the
Good
fucking guy in Fargo?
analogy.
Steve
Good
Buscemi,
job.
that's his name. He
Yep.
looks like
I
the white
love
boy summer
Steve
version of
Buscemi.
him. And he's with Kim Kardashian of all people. It's just
Yeah.
He's making it.
He's got tattoos. You know, girls dig that. That weird
Yeah,
stuff.
he's
It's
making
very
it
different
fair.
from Kanye, though. Very
I
different
think
from
he's
Kanye.
he gets a lot of tattoos. That way he doesn't have to work out. It's like confusing. You know, it's covering
like
your
Machine
eye.
Gun Kelly
What's
looks
under
good
there?
with tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, here's
That's
a
so
good
funny.
question. Would you rather go on a 2-week romantic camping trip with Bagel Boss or Shia LaBeouf? Probably Shia LaBeouf.
I'm gonna go with Shia.
Yeah.
Shia,
Yep.
yeah.
Because of our sordid past. Yeah, I would pick Shia
I'm
LaBeouf.
gonna ask him about Even Stevens.
Because I feel like there's gonna be recoil if you go with Bagel Boss. Like he's just gonna chimp out at you. But if you go with
Well, you have
Shia,
to
like you'll have
babysit.
some amusing schizophrenic stories that he's gonna
Right.
do.
I would just cry with him about how we're not famous anymore. And we'll just relate to each other on that.
Yeah.
I'd be worried about getting murdered. Like, what if he gets angry and like
But Shia LaBeouf or Bagel Boss?
Bagel Boss?
Oh, right.
But Shia LaBeouf can kill you in your sleep, though. That's the problem. You know, so it's what kind of way do you want to be murdered?
I
I
think
mean, I
about
could
that all the
easily
time.
take
I'd rather
Bagel
be
Boss.
sleeping so I don't feel anything. I don't know.
I think it'd be more embarrassing to be murdered by someone that's that short. Because like,
Oh my god, yeah. Can you imagine if I got murdered by Bagel Boss? He's like a foot shorter than me. Like, no.
I die with honor.
They'd be like, "Oh, is this your retarded son?" And you'd be like, "No,
Oh my god.
no, it's not." Zia, madam,
Smacks
Zia,
the bagels to the ground.
Zia, will you hold my pinky hand meat like Chip? I'm not vulgar.
I reserve that hand holding for Chip. He's my special boy.
Aw.
Hand holding privileges.
How would Chipperson? Oh boy,
Oh,
how
right.
would Chipperson simp
My.
if he was to
Chip?
simp? Yeah.
Chip would simp by giving you $80 a month to, you know, be your sugar daddy. That's Chip simping.
80?
$80 a month, yeah.
Simp
Oh,
Chipperson.
okay.
Yeah.
Simp Chipperson. Simp Simperson.
I have like God, I want to bring up. I took some screenshots of maybe it's better if I just like read. I was like, you know, let's see what my fresh simps are like. Someone sent me a message that says, "I'm going to marry you." This was just a couple days ago, and then I wrote, "Only if you agree to homeschool our children."
Who the hell would want that job?
Oh yeah. Oh, this one. Oh, okay, this one I'll have to do. This guy who was like an Instagram like fitness influencer, whatever. He out of nowhere he goes, "Love your post," and he's not even like referencing a particular post. "Love your post and saw you are into health and fitness. What's your main fitness goal lately? Fat loss or muscle gain or tone?" And I wrote, "Are you trying to tell me I'm not perfect already?" I was like, what about my profile says like fitness person?
Did he reply after that?
No. And then this person not in English. I need a
I love
translator for
those.
this. He's like, "Give me just one night, una noche." I guess that's it. I mean, I need to scroll back a little more.
I got my favorite DM the other day. It was, "You have a big pussy underwear," and I wasn't quite sure what it meant, but that's
Just
what
say
it said.
thank you.
I was like, I was like, I don't thanks, I guess. He
A
didn't
big
speak English,
pussy
though.
underwear.
So I think like I want to know what he was trying to say because I don't think his English translated well. So
Oh, I didn't finish reading all these emails from Brittany. Okay. Hi Brittany. The one about I don't watch your content. For the past few years you've been drawing short straws with the relationships and other bullshit. I just want you to remember to keep your head up. You are well aware of your worth. So I hope loneliness never dares to creep into your mind. Keep on and keep strong and keep your friends close. I know it's hard to find true friends these days. I know you're taking a break from dating, and I hope you are doing well. But don't forget to get back in the game eventually, perhaps with a different approach. Oh, he's giving you advice. I don't know what kind of person you are on the inside, really, but you do a lot of good by educating people on the evils of sex work and pornography, so you cannot be half bad. I hope to see you one day happily married with kids. I think you've been through a lot. Oh, he doesn't spell a lot right, which is like such a turnoff for me.
You know what else is a turnoff? When men type you, but just the letter U. Like,
Yeah.
that's a feminine urge.
And you deserve it. I hope that you bless the future generations with your beauty too. Once again, stay strong and take care, all right? And good luck on your modeling career. It's been nice writing you.
oh,
Here's another one. And actually, I'm also the king of he wrote you again. Oh, maybe this is a different person. And actually, I'm also the king of England. Let me explain. I also claim any last name I want under Anglo-Saxon rule. What the fuck? This is too weird. My plan is to buy Venezuela. All right, this is a little strange. I'm gonna buy.
My simps are too weird for Chrissy.
This simp is talking about I'm gonna buy all of Africa and end the apartheid. The star sign represents. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, this person's. That is too weird for me. You're that girl from my home planet Mars. You're my fiance. It seems the war don't start until the 21. This is all in caps, by the way. I will come to New York and find you.
How does he spell come?
And my companion, you should know who I am. I am the son of Satan, and my companion is my childhood friend from our home earth. I miss you, and my love for you is dying as well. You came into my dreams. I want to talk to you. Phone number is, oops, he gives his phone number. Don't call him anybody. I can't wait to meet you, my love. Finally, I got a little bit of my memories, but not all. Text me or Gmail me back, please. I'll wait for you that day or night that I will come to you.
God.
I'll be like out there all day and night looking for both of you. So come meet out and revival yourself. I love you, my queen. All right, all in caps. That's bad. Can't do all caps.
He really meant it.
Whoops, I didn't know that
Wow.
his real phone number was in there. Oh well. Nobody. I mean, if somebody wants to text him,
He could have just made it up, though.
That's well.
It's not his number, Chrissy. You don't know that.
That's true.
Maybe you should text it and be like, "This Brittany turned you down. However, I am here to pick up her sloppy seconds."
Should we prank call it?
Yeah. What's his name? Let's see here.
King of England?
Should I call him and see
Your
is
Majesty,
the King of England there?
Your Highness.
All right, let's call him.
Honestly, do it. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let's see. Phone. Keypad.
What time zone do we think he's in?
Ask him if
Is
he's
he really in
okay.
the UK?
It might be late there. Yeah, he's the king of England.
Yeah, he's got responsibilities.
Ask him about his relationship with his mother. Ask how his mother's doing.
Okay,
Is he
so
pissed that Elizabeth is usurping his throne?
this is
Someone's watching Rain like I am.
so this guy
I
said he
love
was
that
the
show.
King of England. I don't even know who to ask for, Brittany.
King of
Ask for
England.
the King of England.
Or the son of
Yeah.
Satan. The son of
Your
Satan.
Majesty.
Your
I would just go.
Isn't the
I
son
would
of
just go.
Satan's name
General,
Damien?
Your Highness, Your Eminence.
Okay, ready? This is crazy. We're asking for Satan or Your Eminence?
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. Oh my gosh.
Please leave your message for
Did he reject it?
Rude.
Don't say the number.
932.
Should I-
I can't hear the number.
Hello. This message is for Your Majesty. Please call me back at your earliest convenience regarding a recent simp. Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh
Very
my God.
smooth. Very smooth.
Oh my gosh.
I was messy. I didn't
He's
know
probably
it.
watching right now. He's like, "Oh my god, I can't have this."
Yeah.
Delete.
Wait,
Oh,
I hope you
no.
like hid your number.
Star 67 and whatever.
Can I do that? Does that still work?
Chrissy, you just doxed yourself.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, that was his number. That was his voicemail.
Yeah, but if he has her number now and he knows it's
'Cause he can
Chrissy
call her
calling and
back.
he watches the show, he can also post it everywhere.
I
think he'll be okay.
I'll have to
He
work
probably
something
isn't
out with
gonna-
him. I'll have to work something out with him.
Congrats. You said you wanted more
send
Sims.
nudes.
You're
Maybe
gonna have
I'll-
to go on a
Then
date
you can
with
just
him
play
now.
his voicemails on the next show.
Yeah, there you go. Wow, we are still very invested in this Bagel Boss drama. Bagel Boss and Sheila Booth will both get angry and try to kill you, but you can fight Bagel Boss off. Bagel Boss is clearly the superior choice. All right, yeah, you can put your hand on his head and just like
Yeah. I could literally step on Bagel
But he
Boss,
might
so
sit
I
on
think we're
us.
fine.
Like sit on
I
us.
like that though. If you sit on,
What about a man with short arms? Can you ladies look past a man with short arms?
What does that mean? Short arms, like beyond.
Are we
I don't
talking
know.
Like, is he really
The
tall?
T-Rex?
Are we talking to T-Rex here? Yeah.
T-Rex arms.
I love you.
Like, are they proportional?
Can he hug you?
Yeah.
They're just
Like,
they're
if I
just long
can't
enough
get
to slap
hugs,
you
I
is it
across
like
the face.
Tyrion Lannister arms, like that short?
Yeah. I mean, if you have kind of short arms, but you're like gorgeous and
Like
you have
someone-
a great body and you're
But
funny.
someone cut off
sure.
his arms and then like stuck like doll arms onto his body.
Oh, like little doll arms. That's bad.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would be
that's
bad.
not great.
Sometimes you
Talking about
don't have space for all the characters. See, when you is the only thing you don't fully spell out, that looks stupid. That looks
Yeah.
stupid.
You always have space for all the characters unless it's a tweet.
Yeah, I only type you in super chats. All right, he's defending his views.
I'm thinking I should start having a new policy and start calling weirdos to shame them on stream after what Chrissy did. I feel inspired.
I didn't mean for this to be the shame cast.
Have you guys ever had dudes try to like voice call you or video call you on Instagram, like in your DMs?
All the time.
Oh my
it is
God.
so annoying.
So weird.
It's awful. It's so intrusive. I have to put in my bio. I'm like, don't call me, and they still keep calling. I'm like, read my bio. Stop.
What is that? I also will get
incredibly intrusive to like randomly call strangers on Instagram. I'm like, what are you? I get so angry. Not too many things anger me, but that really bothers me.
And it's like, why are you calling me? I've never spoken to you. I've never responded to a message. But you know when you go on the like message request on Instagram and it's like from one person and it's like you just keep throwing in. It's like the voice call.
Yeah, missed voice call.
Alan thinks that Anna should dish about her creepy hating Twitter nutters. She has had loads. People don't seem to like successful business ladies.
Yeah, those aren't simps. Those are like hardcore people that hate me, and I don't really think we should get into that right now.
Okay.
But yeah.
We can talk about people who hate me, which is a specific type of person from 15 years ago. It's always someone that I used to do improv with or like started out doing stand-up with, like open mic scene. It's always someone I haven't thought about or talked to in like 10 to 15 years. And then they come out of the woodwork when I have like a hot tweet or something. And they're like, you've changed. And it's always somebody who like is a total, like now has become a total stranger. It's like, I don't know. I think people are upset that I am doing better than them. For an example of a tall guy with short arms, I recommend looking up some pictures of Henry Cavill. His hands and forearms are also ridiculous. Wow, they're really trying to pick apart your man.
They do. No, they tease me mercilessly about it. He is really buff, guys. You can't like, I don't know.
He's hot.
You know what? I have freakishly long arms, so our kids would be normal.
You have freakishly long arms?
Don't look short.
Yeah, no, so
his arms don't look short at all.
Exactly. Thank you. And come on, the last thing we're looking at is the length of his arms. Come on. So I always knew I had long arms. I don't know if you guys had this in your schools, but during summertime, your shorts had to be to the ends of your fingertips, and my fingertips were right above my knees. And so I'm like, this is ridiculous. You know, if I had short arms, I could wear normal size shorts. So when I was actually in college, I was taking an anatomy class, and the instructor, because it's like drawing anatomy. So she's like, the indicator is that your elbows hit your waist. And I'm like, mine don't. Mine hit my hip bones.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you put your arms down, your elbows should be at your waist.
Yeah.
I gotta test this.
I know where mine are now. Yeah.
I know. Are you gonna make us put our elbows behind our back? Yeah.
Where is it supposed to be?
Yeah.
Here?
So your elbows are supposed to be right here, like in between.
My God, Sarah, you do have a six-pack.
And so mine are like all the way down here. You see, mine should be up here, but they're down here.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm so tall.
Wait, so where are your elbows supposed to be exactly?
Your waist.
Right here.
At your waist.
I have like really big shoulders. Does anyone else feel like they have like football shoulders sometimes?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I do. Apparently, yeah. I got
a
stuck
little
coming out of my mom because I had such bony shoulders.
Your shoulders are not that big, Sarah. I think Clint just told you that to be a jerk.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he was calling
Clint
me like
just
an
told
NFL
you that because he wanted to be a jerk because he was inferior.
Sarah,
actually, he's taller than you. So
Sarah, are you drinking out of a fire extinguisher? Let me see that bottle
again. That's so
again.
funny that everybody calls this a fire hydrant. You're not the first person to say that. Yeah, yeah, no, it's just my giant hydro flask.
Oh my gosh,
Those
fun
things
here,
are
Sarah.
expensive.
Sarah, you left your pillow at my house, by the way.
Ooh.
In Florida, your giant pillow.
I know. Wait, what?
Your giant
pillow.
Yeah, your
yeah. Okay, I thought you said giant. I was like, I know, but I'll be back in Florida. I'll be back soon. Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully.
Doxed. All the women
There
are
it is.
doxing themselves this stream.
From KMax, is Chrissy Teigen famously disliked by all the females in this chat? I simply cannot think of one person who would like her. Am I wrong? Chrissy Teigen.
I don't
is
like
the-
her. I don't like
Chrissy
her.
Teigen
embodiment.
hates me.
Who
And
is
she can't-
Chrissy
She hates me
Teigen?
too.
Chrissy
Yeah.
Teigen is the chick who can't tell a
John,
meme.
whoever.
She got so triggered by my Dan meme like 3 years ago, and
She got triggered
yeah.
by one of my tweets a couple years ago.
Who is she?
She's
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 John-
so insane.
she's
John,
John
Legend's
Legend's
wife.
That's all she
But
is.
she was like a model.
Oh,
was a
the
model.
chick with,
Yeah,
like, the
back
really
in the day.
gross
She's
hair.
just really
Pumpkin face.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
She looks
favorite
like
thing
Miss
was when she
Piggy
was
to me.
like, right. She's like, I'm gonna take a break from Twitter,
Oh,
and then she
didn't
came
you
back like
post,
3
like, a
days later.
picture?
I'm just like,
of like her like holding
a
one
bully.
of her boobs with her son
Yes.
between her legs.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, she just
Okay,
does like
yeah.
weird shit. Yeah,
She is the
Yeah,
she is.
embodiment of like the shitty cool girl in high school who like never grew up, who like still maintains shitty like cool girl like sort of
right.
mentality.
Like she just seems like such a mean girl. I
Yeah.
don't want to be her friend. I would not want to hang out with her.
Yet she acts like she's this accessible I'm the most accessible celebrity. I'm the fucking mayor of Twitter. Oh, I'm such a normal person.
I'm
It's
like, yeah,
no,
no.
you're
I
not.
know, and she tries to be relatable
Also-
on Twitter. I'm like, stop.
She also has like, honestly, how famous can she actually be, or how like? Because here's the thing, she will reach out to people with like no Twitter following. It's the weirdest thing. Like she'll. Like, I was actually really surprised that when I posted that picture of me at Disneyland like years ago.
That she reached out. Yeah, that she.
Well, yeah, like she
responded.
made a huge. Well, first of all, I was surprised that she didn't get the joke. I mean, a lot of people didn't get the joke
She's
apparently.
dumb.
And two, I was just like, this is like an ex swimsuit model who's married to John Legend, and like the most that she can do with her time is to like barter, like have a banter with a random blonde chick like on the internet, like.
She should be better than
Now
that.
she's bored.
What happened?
Yeah.
What's the story with the
Boring.
Disneyland post?
So years ago, this is back when I was like in my Trump days before I became an anarchist. And I thought it was funny because the Kentucky Planned Parenthood posted on Twitter, we need a Disney princess who's had a prosthetic arm. We need a Disney princess who had an abortion. We need a Disney princess who is in a wheelchair. Like all of this stuff, that's absolutely ridiculous. And so I was like, oh, I'm in Los Angeles. I have a MAGA hat with me, and Disneyland is right there. So I went to Disneyland for the day because, one, I love Disney. And I'm sorry if people hate it. And I wore my Trump hat, and I tweeted out, we need a Disney princess who's pro 2A. We need a Disney princess who's pro the wall. We need a Disney princess who loves her country. Like an obvious troll. And I posted it next to a screenshot of the Kentucky Planned Parenthood tweet. And like most people who followed me thought the joke got the joke, but obviously people on the other side of the political spectrum didn't. And Chrissy Teigen got a hold of it. And me and her had a full back and forth conversation online going at each other.
Lucky.
And people made fun of me because they're like, you're really obsessed with Chrissy Teigen tweeting about you. I'm like, this is a swimsuit model, has nothing better to do than tweet at me. Of course I'm going to milk this. It's less pathetic for me, but more pathetic for her, and people seem to not understand that. But
I also
said
love
she's a
when people
swimsuit
say
model?
that. Yeah,
What?
she used to be like a swimsuit.
Wasn't she
supermodel
fat?
or-
No, she wasn't
She's-
fat.
she's
She was
skinny.
always
She's
like
skinny.
modelly.
Yeah.
Oh, let me look up who this person is. Chrissy Teigen?
Yeah.
Wasn't she also? I don't
Oh
really
no, she
pay
just has
much
a fat face. That's
she
what
looks
Yeah,
like
she
Miss
has a
Piggy
fat
to
face.
me. Like she looks like Miss
Yeah.
Piggy.
She's doing great. She
Wasn't
doesn't
she
That's
also
Trisha
the one
Paytas
that's doing
model.
something
Trisha Paytas.
where she like
oh my
calls
God.
people out, but then is doing all the shitty things that she calls people out
Yeah,
for? Like she calls
she
people out for
like
being a
broke
shitty
her.
bully, but then she is.
She is.
Totally.
She was,
She's like the
10 years
biggest
ago,
bully on the internet,
yeah.
for sure.
She was like DMing a model, like an old Playboy model, to like unalive
herself.
herself and shit.
Yeah.
it was
Isn't
like,
Chrissy Teigen the plastic surgery
Yeah.
victim who was defending cheese pizza when the cuties controversy blew up? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's weird.
Stupid
Sounds
bitch.
like a wonderful person.
Yeah, she's a creep. Anna, somebody wants you to show your fingers. Oh boy.
I know. I have freakishly large hands, so
They
You
don't
know
look that
what? I
big.
wish I had long
don't think
fingers because I have
fingers.
like nub
Wonderful.
fingers. Like look at that. I have doll hands. It's freaking
So
weird.
Aw.
from right
I
here
know.
to right
See, those
here.
are beautiful.
It's like,
You could be a hand model.
Yeah, you could
oh
be.
no,
Yeah,
you can't
long
see them. They're
fingers are
super
nice.
wrinkly. I have old
They're
lady
so nice
hands.
and long and pretty though.
Me
Like, look
too.
at this. Look at these stubs.
Look at your hand. Hand chat.
Well, so
hand
I
chat.
have like larger hands than most men. It's like it's
Wait,
weird.
Mine
can
are
you
pretty normal
fit your
for-
hand around your face?
So my hands.
They all
are
try.
here.
You're all like,
I'll do
Yeah,
it.
and that is when
Screenshot that.
that is my cousin used to do that to me when we were little. They go, "Oh, if you can cover your hand with your face, you have cancer," and then they just whack your hand into your face.
I remember
Anyone
that.
ever do that to you? That's like
That's
a
old.
thing for a while. I was waiting for someone to just.
That's clever. Okay,
Yeah,
wait.
kids are dumb.
Kids are dumb.
Kids are so stupid.
Yeah, but that's why they're kids.
Yeah.
Don't come in here with logic, Amy.
That wasn't me.
What are you eating, Brittany?
Kind breakfast peanut butter bar.
Nice.
Well, I'm allergic to corn, so I can't really get
Oh,
to eat anything
no.
ever. So
When did you find out you were allergic to corn?
Yeah, it's such a
when
random.
I was like 17.
Oh no.
Bummer.
Were you
Really?
eating
So you
corn
got
when
through
it
like your
happened?
whole childhood?
Same with shellfish. I didn't find out till I was 17. I ate both my whole life.
Wait, did you ever get like a reaction though? Like, or
Yeah.
did anything happen before?
No,
you
not
just kept going, it
before.
was so delicious. Oh,
Yeah,
you
you
never
can
got a
like
reaction? or-
develop it later in life. Just like
Yeah,
randomly start being allergic to something.
Like
I got a
celiac?
shrimp allergy at 22. I
Yeah.
I would eat a lot of shrimp. So I think I just, I
Yeah.
don't
You know what though? Like my friend Luke, he is allergic to avocados, shrimp, and bananas, and he's been eating them his entire life. But he like randomly out of nowhere got an allergy to them like 5 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like, out of
people will,
nowhere.
like just
like cumulative.
yeah.
Mhm.
I hear that happens a lot. I would be so sad if I eat peanut butter all the time. I'd be so fucking sad if I.
I couldn't
developed-
imagine
Oh,
not having
it'd be
peanut butter in my
horrible.
life.
But
I
yeah,
only
but-
like peanut butter and Reese's.
I know, I love
but
peanut
yeah, I
butter.
think your dog would be relieved if that happened.
My poor dog.
Ew. That deserves more.
You ever
okay.
notice how allergies never happen in third world countries?
Well, we just
No,
don't hear about
no
them.
comment.
They,
Yeah, no
they
comment on
do. The
that.
people
Like,
just
I don't
died.
wanna
We don't
start-
hear anything about it.
Yeah, like, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure people are allergic, or they're like putting shit in our food and our vaccines here. But we don't have to get into that now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you know what was funny? I remember like Lucy Lawless posting about how the plague that's going on right now. She's like, oh yeah, the numbers are almost non-existent in Africa, and I'm like, I wonder why, Xena. I wonder why.
Okay, wait. I think I have a fun game.
That's actually a really good point Sarah points out, because a lot of people bring up the fact, like, I'm not saying vaccinations cause autism, but it is an important thing to note that, like, people with autism weren't as much of a thing until, like, later on. Like, autism
yeah.
obviously always exists.
True, I agree with that statement.
Because
and-
I wasn't diagnosed until I was, like, 18 or 19 years old. But,
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Yeah, no
Back in the
comment.
day, like people didn't have time to worry about,
mhm.
anything
Yeah, I think now
that we
like,
have to, because it's like
socialization
they didn't
matters
have
more.
they didn't have electricity, they didn't have running water.
Well,
stuff
yeah, no, I'm
that.
talking like the
So maybe that's why.
1950s and 60s. But at the same time, like, the way autism is put on a spectrum now is so different than it used to be, too. Because, like,
Yeah, there's like so
I
many
would have
different
never
types
known
of
until it-
autism.
I would have never known until a psychiatrist told me when I was, like, in adulthood.
What did
Yeah.
you do that gave it away?
I don't know. I just sat down with my psychiatrist. We went over different things I was going through, and she just asked me, like, have you been tested for, like, autism or Asperger's?
Yo, I would just start laughing if I told my therapist my problems. They're like, have you considered you're autistic? Like,
Aw.
I think back in the day, though, they misdiagnosed a lot of things. It wasn't a lot of information about various different degrees of autism. So they just thought it was, or they just kind of brushed it under the rug, like, oh, he's just quiet
ADHD.
or whatever. And
yeah.
now there's just so much more information now.
Yeah. Well, another thing is, too, like, my family thought I had ADHD for a long time as well. And my mom tried putting
That's
me
so
on.
funny you say that.
My mom
Because,
tried.
yeah, I was talking about how I have ADHD, and someone was like, "Are you sure you don't have autism?" And I was like, "I'm pretty sure it's just ADHD. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Is there a difference? But like, yeah, my mom tried putting me on ADHD medications when I was like 8 years old and 9 years old. So like,
Aw.
I'm really glad my dad protested and said no, or else I'd probably be way more messed up. But it's just like, it's crazy
I want
to
to
think.
like just try it, because if I take ADHD meds and it helps, then like I probably have ADHD.
Yeah,
like,
but you're
I don't
also
wanna
not a
take medicine.
9-year-old kid.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, to put kids on like, you know,
They don't
SSRIs
know,
and
yeah.
that kind of stuff.
And you don't know that you need it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if through this podcast we all found out we were autistic just from like comparing?
Dude,
notes?
I know. So
The
yeah,
neurodiverse
that's
stream.
No, yeah. I think
would
I
be
had
very
tweeted that,
diverse.
like, I sleep with like 3 different white noises, and I'm like a terrible sleeper. And someone was like, "Oh yeah, I do that too, and I have autism." And I was like, "Wait, I thought I just had ADHD." And I'm like, maybe I have to go get tested. But I don't know. I don't think I have autism. I think I really just have ADHD. I can't focus on anything ever.
I have it too, and I just don't take meds for it because I don't want to be like a tweaking weirdo.
I'm just like insane.
Yeah, no,
and
I
all
have
over the
ADHD
place all the
and my
time.
dad's.
Fine.
Yeah, same. You just try to manage it the best you can, and some days it's worse than others. But like, I don't want to take shit for that. I don't want to deal with it.
I don't wanna-
Can I
don't
talk
wanna-
about my
dad does
mental
anything.
illness?
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes after I'm done with looking at spiritual TikTok, I like to pretend when I'm bored that I'm schizophrenic. So like I'll walk around and send thoughts into people's brains and like hope that it works. And then sometimes I go around my house seeing if I can commit telekinesis and like move things just because I'm bored.
I try that too. I try to like stare at things to make them move. I like check in every once in a while. To make sure,
Like bending the
like,
spoon.
Yeah, I'm like, can I? And then I'm like,
You know what though? I have heard of people like getting really into manifestations and being able to use like manifesting to like talk to people they know across the country, like and to like get them to like call them and whatnot. I don't know if it's true or not. It's just like an interesting
you know what?
idea.
Or you could just text your dad. You know.
Yeah.
No, that's the feminine urge. The feminine urge to send a man thoughts instead of just texting him.
Yeah, I know. I want to make you reach out to me. I don't want to make the first move. That is very female.
I literally do that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Ned's quick thinks Chrissy Teigen and Pete Davidson should get together.
Oh God.
That would be.
Yeah, that's fair.
That would be icky. Yeah, I've been reading a lot of, I guess probably we could call them questionable Instagram accounts, but they do side-by-side comparisons. So there's something called like a moon belly or like a moon thing. It's like a fake pregnant belly that you can wear. And then they show it side by side with like Kylie Jenner's pregnancies, and it lines up like perfectly. And then like, oh, why would somebody fake their own pregnancy? And then like, oh, probably so you could eventually like start a pregnancy line. I think a lot of these celebrities, like they have somebody else carry their baby and they just wear a fake like pregnant belly because they don't want to like risk getting out of
It's really
shape.
different depending on what gender you have, because it's like if you're having a boy,
heard
your
that.
belly sticks
Wait, are you
straight
saying
out.
Kylie Jenner's baby isn't her baby?
She
No,
didn't
like
carry
the
it.
one she has now. Like they're saying it could
I
be
think she's
fake.
pregnant with a boy this time, because when
I
you're
gotta find
pregnant
this.
with a girl, you're kind of like a muffin top, and when it's a boy, it's supposed to stick straight out.
Yeah,
But that's what the supposed conspiracy theory is, that she's wearing like one of these fake pregnant bellies right
I
now.
don't think so. I think she's really pregnant.
Yeah, some people could just get
God, I wish
pregnant,
that
I
were me.
guess.
I'm gonna
Being
find these
pregnant.
pictures. I'll prove you all wrong. No.
Did you guys ever watch that Lindsay Lohan movie where she like pretends to be pregnant so that way she doesn't get fired?
What?
No.
It came out a long time ago. I think it was like straight to DVD. But yeah, she finds out she's going to get fired. So she's like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant. And then she falls in love with her boss. But she also is like, kind of goes crazy and thinks that she's going to have the baby. But she goes to a pregnancy store and she takes the fake belly off of the mannequin. And then her friend's like, bitch, you crazy. Stop pretending to be pregnant. And then they take away the belly. And so she puts a balloon under and it pops up like a work party.
Steve thinks we should take allergy tests to see if we have allergies instead of ADHD.
Wait, if I'm allergic to ADHD, like I don't get that. What does that mean?
If you have
Get it.
ADHD, go get a full set of allergy tests.
But how is that correlated? I don't see the correlation.
It's not.
I'm just
I haven't.
I
He's like, if your brain's retarded, your body must be too.
Matt and Tina seem to think this is what women talk about when they know men are listening. No, I think this is. We would have the same conversation with this not be live stream.
I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I thought this conversation would go smoother in person, just because the internet gives me anxiety.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
I know. For someone like having so many Twitter followers, I'm like, the internet literally gives me anxiety. Like, what am I doing? But it's fine. I love it.
Really,
I'm
I
good at
feel
dealing
like
with it.
way more comfortable when I'm in person. I feel so awkward.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
different
same.
too, because like my Twitter people are like my people, and so like then I'll go out into the real world and I'm like not talking about like politics and shit. So it's
Yeah.
like nice to have your people.
You hide yourself,
but like
from, yeah.
right. But then it's still weird sometimes. That just like I'll be tweeting stuff and like everybody's seeing it. I'm like, I don't know who's even coming across my tweets right now. I tweet
I
some
love the
crazy
internet.
shit.
I love the internet. I just feel like live streaming has always like caused me anxiety. I don't know why.
Aw, well,
Just
I'm glad
like-
you're
That's
here.
so funny.
I
I'm the
know.
exact opposite.
Yeah.
Live streaming is like, because I'm in my own element. I'm at home or I'm wherever I'm streaming. There's people watching, but I can't see them. So
Yeah.
for me, it
Well-
makes me feel way more comfortable than doing like live stuff. Like if I was ever to do, like I want to
Yeah.
start doing improv. I'm going to look into that.
Oh no, like
where
when
I'd
I
like to
do
go, but I feel like that'd be staring at you.
when
you
I
know?
do like pre-recorded videos, like when I do like history videos and political videos and whatnot, I feel like I'm more in my element. But like live stream, I never know what to do, and like I just avoid, like for example, like the chat. I avoid looking at the chat and whatnot. But yeah, I sort of just feel like.
Oh,
And also, like I never
Yeah.
know, like what happens if like something falls over and I look silly, you know, and then I just have like this like
Then you
rage
roll with
built
it.
into me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just respond to my chat whenever they say something unfavorable by talking about how I fuck their dad.
Oh,
Awesome.
Problem solved.
Easy.
Okay, so Blav Jobs has another theory. Brittany is successfully sending her thoughts to random men, causing them to go crazy and send her erratic stalker emails.
I'm doing it right now. I'm telling a random male to send me $100 at BrittanyVenti.com.
Have them send me too.
And
Mayor-
Chrissy.
Oh, fall as well. Thought about y'all earlier. Got to watch a cult being born. Oh, I want to see. It was pretty awesome. Have an awesome night, pretty lady. I want to see a picture of a cult. Not when it's fresh
What's a
out,
cult?
like a baby horse.
I've had to
Oh
help a
really?
horse give birth
I thought that
before.
was called a pony.
No, a pony and a horse are different species, technically.
Ooh.
Sorry. Okay.
I had to help a horse
Nice.
give birth, and it's actually a horse giving birth is actually super scary because like there's a million
Aw,
things that
There's
can go
so
wrong.
many
Yeah,
legs.
that's kind of scary. Yeah.
Like,
I'm
you,
ugh.
and you have to like have your like hand down there and help the horse. Like it's pretty. A lot of horses in the wild actually die while giving birth. So
Whoa.
Wow.
yeah.
Ashton is right about men being sensitive. Lydia Smith said on here, men should not wear shorts because we have bad looking knees. I cried for a week after this comment. Men skip leg day. That's
I
fun.
have bad knees too, though. My knees look like baby faces. Does anyone else have like baby face knees?
I don't
No.
think so.
Aw,
I think
it's
I
weird.
have normal knees.
Oh, from my one and only Asian fan, Young Pei Chang. 5 for Frank. Live streaming is nice, but you can't do each other's nails or something while chatting. True.
I
What?
guess so. I don't. Do you guys actually sit around and do each other's nails?
I can do
I've
a
never
French
done that.
braid.
Definitely done.
I do it myself.
I like to get them did.
Yeah,
I can't do
yeah,
nails for crap. I gotta get them done. I can't braid hair either. I can braid other people's
I
hair, but I
can't
can't braid my
braid.
own hair.
I can
can't
braid
braid
my
most
hair.
But I can do
common
nails.
thing, Yeah, I do my own nails. I always get asked, like, even Ashton asked me, like, how do you put on fake eyelashes? I'm like, I cannot put them on other people, but I can put them on myself so fast. But like, I don't. know
No,
how to
I can
it
do
on other
both.
People.
It's
I use
easier
the
on some
magnetic
people.
ones. The magnetic ones
Yeah.
actually are the only ones I can use because like.
Really, yeah.
Mhm.
I made
I
a
could do a
tutorial
leading
on how to put on fake
extension.
eyelashes.
Okay.
You okay,
I just
Chrissy?
want to get them done.
My headphones flew
can't.
off my head. We need
There's
to
some
talk.
headphones.
We need to talk about Free Brittany. We need to dissect this recent video of hers.
I'm right here.
She's okay, not you, different one.
Wait,
she's,
so she is free, right?
she's fresh
Yes.
out her conservatorship, but
Uh-huh.
I think I don't know. I still think she's very compromised and possibly permanently mentally damaged for life.
I can agree
You know
with
what?
that, yeah.
I don't think she should be in like the
Different questions, but-
conservatorship she was. I don't think she should be in the conservatorship she was, but I'm not going to deny that like she's damaged
She
from
might
like
need
what
some
she went
help.
through. Because here's the thing: is like
Yeah.
Oh,
even
the
like during
MK
the
Ultra.
2000, even during the 2007 stuff, I was like reviewing it, and I realized that a lot of like how she was acting, like shaving her head and whatnot, if you go through a traumatic and like psychologically damaging event, you're not going to react normally. You're not going to react calmly. You're going to freak out and whatnot. So I think her reaction to everything she was going through at that time wasn't crazy, but I think her mental health has been getting worse under this conservatorship.
Yeah,
and
because she wasn't getting the right help for it.
No, she wasn't. They were forcing her to work. They were putting her under all these medications that probably fucked her up, honestly. SSRIs will mess you up. The day I got off SSRIs was the best thing that ever happened to me about a year and a half ago. I've been microdosing on shrooms ever since, like once a month, and it's freaking amazing.
All right.
SSRIs will mess you up. So
all right, and to back up your claim, here's Brittany.
Okay, so I'm here today to answer all of your guys' questions, and the first main question that you guys have been asking me is, what am I going to do now that the conservatorship's over with? Very good question.
What's the rush?
I've been in the conservatorship.
Yeah, what's the rush?
13 years.
Can you turn it up?
It's a really long time to be in a situation you don't want to be in. So I'm just grateful, honestly, for each day and being able to have the keys to my car and being able to be independent and feel like a woman, and owning an ATM card, seeing cash for the first time, being able to buy candles. It's the little things for us women, but it makes a huge difference. And I'm grateful for that. You know, it's nice. It's really nice. But I'm not here to be a victim. I lived with victims my whole life as a child. That's why I got out of my house, and I worked for 20 years and worked my ass off. I'm here to be an advocate for people with real disabilities and real illnesses. I'm a very strong woman, so I can only imagine what the system has done to those people. So hopefully my little story, hopefully my story will make an impact and make some changes in the corrupt system. And the Free Britney movement, you guys rock. Honestly, my voice was muted and threatened for so long, and I wasn't able to speak up or say anything. And because of you guys and the awareness of kind of knowing what was going on and delivering that news to the public for so long, you gave it awareness to all of them. And because of you, I honestly think you guys saved my life in a way, 100%. And I know there's a lot of jokes about the Free Britney movement. We're not free, we're expensive. Okay, birdies, I'm expensive too. But anyways, with that said, let's move forward. God bless you all.
She needs a joke writer.
I love her so much.
Aww.
I'm happy for her.
Poor thing.
I just hope that, you know, she can finally get the rest she needs and the love she needs. She definitely seems like just traumatized. For sure, after everything.
Yeah, and just even like her appearance, like I don't know, she's just like
she's out of it.
She's not brushing her hair, and like her eyeliner's all over the place. She's been looking like that for a while, but I'm like,
yeah,
I think that's what trauma
really makes you happy, but yeah, I don't think she's really like seeing herself.
No,
you know? Like she's not connected to like reality.
No. You know what though? Again, she just got out of her conservatorship, and the thing is that when you're in a toxic situation, you're going to look and act toxic. But I think over time, as she's weaning off from that toxic situation, we're going to see her a lot healthier and a lot happier. We saw the same thing with Amanda Bynes, where she was in a very toxic situation and she was acting toxic and looking toxic. And we saw her get better over time after she took a break. And I think a lot of women can relate to this situation where if you're in a toxic relationship, you have toxic family members, you look it and you act it, and then everyone thinks that you're the crazy person. But the moment you get away from those other crazy people in that toxic situation, you come back a much healthier and happier person. So I really cannot wait to see how she is in a couple months when she's, you know, really getting herself together.
I hope her boyfriend is good, or her fiance or whatever.
It looked like she was standing on a dock on the whole video.
She did.
She's like rocking.
But I think she's just been on so many drugs over the years, and she like might have I don't know, permanent brain damage.
It could be from the SSRIs. SSRIs are horrible for your body, and it can make your mental state much worse. And I know this for a fact because my parents have pushed me on SSRIs since I was about 17 years old, and I quit them for a long time, and then I got back on them around 2018, 2019, 2012. I quit in 2020, but 2018 and 2019, I was on like 3 different SSRIs, and they really messed me up. And I took a break off them in 2020, and then this past year, I've actually really been looking into microdosing and different natural herbs that can help you with depression and
Why did you
anxiety.
start taking them?
SSRIs? It was actually encouraged by a manager of mine when I got really big on YouTube, because I had a situation happen that was pretty traumatic, and he suggested I talk to a psychiatrist.
Question, but what are SSRIs?
They're basically stimulants, like how do I explain that? They're basically stimulants for like depression, anxiety. They're mood stabilizers.
I used to know what they stood for because I talked about that when I had Michaela Peterson on the podcast. She was on them too, and like saying the same things you are, Ashton, like how damaging they are.
And I've never tripped off mushrooms, but I have microdosed, and I only take a microdose maybe once a month when I really feel like I need it. In that spare time, I go hiking, I do yoga every day. I focus on all that kind of stuff. And I just really think when a person, the biggest contributor to depression, anxiety, I really think is what you surround yourself with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people you're surrounding yourself with, the environment, and of course fitness and a good diet as well. A diet's a huge issue when it comes to mental health.
Yeah, and people are just very weak-minded these days too.
Mm-hmm.
It's they can't deal with their shit.
No, it's the last year and a half is breaking so many people, and I'm like, over what, but it's a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah.
From Sydney Jr., I don't know about sensitive, but we tend to never really heal. Compartmentalizing is definitely a men's go-to. I'm not sure what that was in reference to. From Love Jobs, you can try to telepathically coerce a random guy to send you $100, but you'll probably just end up with another deek pic. Oh, this is for Brittany. Everything has its price.
Hold on, busy.
Busy?
Yeah, I'm trying to move this rock.
Oh.
The amethyst.
When's the last time Brittany slept? Good question. I wish her
with
well.
your dad.
Meth is a hell of a drug. Yeah, I mean, was on a lot of stuff, and I think she's had a lot of trauma. Obviously, a lot of, MK Ultra training as a youth. So
yeah.
Do you guys ever think that Big Pharma will ever try to start marketing hallucinogens? Yeah, for sure.
Well,
if they can
make money
off
of it,
of
that's
it.
when they'll start, and they can't make money off of it right now. So I don't think that's why.
It's funny that they mentioned this because they're actually trying to develop their own hallucinogens. They're actually trying to develop their own marijuana and their own I don't know the exact chemical term for what's in mushrooms, but they're trying to develop their own version of that. But the thing is that they don't want to make it generally legal, because if you can go out and grow your own marijuana and farm for your own shrooms and actually learn how to actually look at a mushroom in the wild or grow your own mushrooms and actually see if it's safe or not, that ruins them. So what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to develop the same chemicals that are in these plants and sell them as drugs instead. And what they would do is they would mix them with other types of drugs, which is, what they're doing with everything else, which is why you have all these kids who have ADHD hooked up on what is the equivalent to methamphetamines.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Big Pharma is the biggest contributor to the war on drugs for a reason. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I would never smoke weed grown by Big Pharma. Even the weed now that they grow, just it's so strong. I can't even smoke weed anymore. I used to smoke weed every day from age 17 to 20. And one day it just started giving me really bad anxiety. I'm I don't know what the hell they're putting in this stuff. But when I was a teenager, I would hit up the dude, go meet him at the park and smoke whatever the hell he gave me. And it was not this 35% THC, 17 strains in one type of shit. It was just in his backyard, and he sold it to me.
Yeah. Britney Spears and Brittany Venti.
I have the same issue with weed. I smoke.
Yeah.
Wait. Just interrupt these super chats. A lot of them are dumb. Does Britney Spears have full access to all of her assets because of watching that video? I think that would be disastrous turn of events. That's what they want you to believe, right? That she's so crazy and can't handle her own shit. Oh my god!
Nice.
That's a lot.
I don't know how to burp. Is that weird? I've never burped.
I don't know how to burp either.
My body
can't burp
does
on
not
command.
have the
Don't know
burping.
how to.
I've never.
I can burp on command.
I can't burp on command.
Oh, you
No.
can't?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh
It's
Never.
really tiny. It's not very big though.
That's crazy to me. That's like a talent if you can burp on command. My body just does not burp. I don't get it.
Nope.
You have to suck in air and then take it in and then push it
Yeah.
back out. That's what she
No.
said.
Yep.
No, like fart. Like it's not gonna work.
You gotta try.
It's broken.
Yeah, you just sort of suck it in with your throat and like.
It's crazy. Talent.
You know,
I freak
suck
my
it in with
boyfriend
your
out all the
throat.
time. He thinks it's the grossest thing in the world.
What,
But it's like
burping?
he burps and farts all the time. But then I do it and he's like,
Red
"That's
flag.
gross, that's gross."
Red
Because
flag.
Women don't burp.
When he
Women
doesn't
don't-
like your
women don't
burps,
poop.
red flag.
It's not an ASMR thing. It's just Brittany's. It's her signature move.
I don't think he doesn't like it. I think it's the fact he's just like so taken back by it because he's never heard a woman burp before. I
It's
guess.
shocking. Yeah.
That sounds familiar. I've actually only known one guy that doesn't like burps. Do I know this person?
No, you wouldn't know him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sydney,
Actually, would you?
does using pills?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Pills turned Sydney into a drooling zombie. True. I'm all about try to be on as little drugs as possible. I'm all about
I
that.
agree with that.
Because that's why I did not get hooked on Adderall. Because I'm like, oh, if there comes a time where I lose my health insurance or whatever and I can't get these pills, like, well, then what? So I might as well not become
They
dependent.
actually did a study, and a lot of the people who end up doing school shootings, what they find is that they're put on like Adderall at a very, or even like drugs that are similar at a very young age,
Wow.
and then like their insurance goes out, and then they can't get their medication anymore, and it drives them crazy. And a lot of this doesn't happen to everybody. I'm just saying a lot of these school shooters that have happened in America, a lot of them, it was a result of them not being able to get their medication once their health insurance went out.
Yeah. Oof. Luckily, we're all perfect.
Yes.
All women are
I am.
perfect and can do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
They're angels.
In summation, thank you, Simps, for watching. Thank you for your simp dollars. This did not go in the direction I thought it would, but I enjoyed this show very much. I love all of you. This was really fun. We're gonna go around and let people know where they can find us and follow us and projects that are coming up and all that good stuff. Whatevah Amy.
You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, OnlyFans, Loyal Fans, Instagram, all the same name. WHATEVAH_AMY, Whatevah Amy. And stay tuned for what's next.
Yes, Brittany.
So I'm on YouTube under Brittany Venti, on Twitter, Instagram, all that. I also have an Instagram called Brittany Wears where I post a lot.
I love
post
it.
my outfits. Thank you. And also I'm going to be interviewing a person that's connected to a secret society of PUAs, pickup artists. And I'm trying to get him to release his identity and stuff. So you guys can check that out.
Ooh.
That'll be awesome.
Okay. Wait, Ashton, was it you that said that you love Disney World?
I love Disney. Like,
Okay,
I know
so
they're a satanic cult, but I love
Drunk
Disney.
3PO, who's watching, also loves Disney World. So
I
maybe
love
I'll have to
Disney.
introduce you
Is
guys.
Drunk 3PO in the chat?
Drunk 3PO is in the chat.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Wait, I'm guessing Star Wars girl likes. I'm guessing Anna likes Disney too because she's a Star Wars person. How do you feel about Star Wars being part of Disney now? Be honest. She's not a fan. It's okay. I'm not a fan of them owning Star Wars either. I think they ruined
Let's
it.
just say that's how my channel got started.
Yay.
No, I actually agree with you. Like, I do not agree with Disney owning Star Wars, actually. I like them both. I'm more of a Lord of the Rings nerd, actually, if anything. But, like, Disney ruined Star Wars. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, they did.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Okay, Sarah, other than drinking out of a fire extinguisher, what are you up to?
You can follow me on Twitter. I just shit post about politics and it's fun. It's Liberty Thot, THOT Thought _. So Liberty Thought _. And then my Patreon link is in the tip jar. And you can follow my Instagram, sarah.lammy, LAMBY.
Oh, I like that. I used to have a stuffed animal called Lammy.
Aww.
It's a lamb.
Yeah.
Zia.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Xia_land. It is XIA_land. The OnlyFans, the Twitch, the YouTube are all Xialand, XIALAND. If you guys have a Sirius XM subscription. I'll be on Jim and Sam show tomorrow morning, so you can check that out. And then,
yay, that's exciting.
And then I will be on Real Ass Podcast on Tuesday. So if you also have a Gas Digital subscription, you can check that out. So those are the 2 things coming up.
Awesome. Ashton, Birdie.
And Chipperson podcast every week.
Yes.
Sorry, last thing.
I am Ashton Birdie, as spelled under my little face here on Instagram, YouTube. If you want to follow my OnlyFans, I guess you can. There's like nothing on there. I made it as a troll to like mess with people. I posted none pictures on there. And I'm known as the Ashton Blaze on Twitter. So yeah.
Amazing. Runs with Scissors has a super chat aimed at Anna. I know this guy called Cecil, and he is in love with this guy named Peaches. How do we get them together? Asking for a friend.
Go fuck yourself.
Peaches is Anna's boo thing. Who I shit up before in a previous stream. I was calling him gay. He's very much not gay. He's very much a gorgeous man. So I just want that to be clear, that I was not just shitting on him for no reason. Anna.
Hi everyone, I'm That Star Wars Girl. You can find me on YouTube under That Star Wars Girl, on Twitter That Star Wars Girl, just without the I, because can't fit the full thing on Twitter, and on Instagram and on Facebook. I also have an art channel where I do painting live streams, and that channel is called The Art of Anna TSWG Studios, and the link to that Instagram is on that YouTube channel. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Yeah, and if you like cosplay, she's doing a cosplay calendar.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm doing a cosplay calendar, so just Google That Star Wars Girl Indiegogo or That Star Wars Girl cosplay, and you should find it. It's actually less than $800 away from 50,000. So thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate that. And I'm going and doing, I think, my last or second to last photo shoot tomorrow. So yay!
That's awesome.
Awesome.
I want to order one now. Okay. Guys, I have a lot of shows coming up. I'm going to be with Comedians of the Compound in Morris Plains, New Jersey, December 11th. And then I'll be headlining the Hartford Funny Bone in Connecticut, December 12th. Then December 13th, I'm heading to Arkansas, the Looney Bin in Little Rock. I'll be headlining that. And then I'll be back in Texas doing Hyenas in Dallas, December 15th and 16th with Anthony Cumia and Aaron Berg. And then I'm taping an album on January 6th. Pew, pew,
So
pew.
exciting.
In Levittown at Governor's in Long Island. Very excited for that. I've only been doing stand-up 11 years, so it's about time I squeeze out an album. And yes, would love to see you guys at those shows. I got a couple more dates after that album recording, but I really want you guys to come to the ones in December because it's all going to be me not trying out, but figuring out my set for the album. So yes, also I have merch. I have t-shirts for sale on Teespring. There's Make America Great Again. There's Smayer shirts if you like the band Slayer. It's like that, but Smayer. We have Merry Christmas shirts. Hold on, I do have to show the Merry Christmas shirt because it's almost Christmas time. This is so gay. I have to show this. Let's see. Boom. Have yourself a Mayor Christmas.
I love it. I love it.
We're on sale, and you can get them in any color.
You have
Oh
to
my
get
God.
red or green. Be festive.
Yeah, I love it. They have not only just green, but like heather green. They have like a heather version of every color.
Fancy.
Love it.
Very fancy, guys. I also have a hot sauce if you were listening earlier. Check that out. A hot sauce. It's called Nightmare. I'm going to pull it up on the screen.
How hot is it, though?
It's very hot. I just tried it today. It's doable hot. Hold on. Here it is. Nightmare.
So cute.
And that's me feasting on a man's innards. Go to Silk City. Go to levinskytopshelf.com. Promo code CMP. You guys all know the deal. Yeah, come to shows. I love you guys. Follow me on all the things. Gals, this was great. I thank you for staying so long.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks. It was fun.
Thank you, chat, for your loving comments. And until next time, A simp a day keeps the doctor away. I don't know. Love you guys. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here's Nightmare.
Woo. Nice.
Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.